train getting this crowd pumped up. Not like they need much more to get pumped up by. Well, let's take a look at the starting lineups for the Firebirds. The lines presented to you by Spotlight 29 Casino. No changes for the Firebirds since last game. Student each right and win that top line. Max McCormick coming off of his second postseason hat-trick. And fourth line, Leighton Rose, Luke Henman, and Jacob Olofsson, who got a lot of good work done in game number 3. Gustav Olsen, Cale Fleury, your first pairing. Riker Evans and Connor Carrick, pairing 2. Jimmy Schultz, Viliana Vinen, pairing number 3 for the Firebirds. Taking a look at the goaltenders presented to you by Desert Lexus. Chris Krieger, we just talked about, 12-3 here in the postseason, 2.46 goals against, a 917 save percentage. He's been solid as a rock for Coachella Valley. And on the other side, Hunter Shepard, who saw a lot of shots back in game 3, was pulled after goal number 5 to get him some rest, but he's a guy who can turn on very, very quickly.
Yeah, most definitely, and he's done a good job of bouncing back after having tough outings. So I'm expecting we're going to see the best of Hunter Shepard tonight and a very desperate Hershey team here in the first period.
Underway, period 1, game 4, Firebirds and Bears. Thanks for tuning in with us on Hockey Night Coachella Valley. The Firebirds break out to center. Connor Carrick gets to the red line. He'll dump it towards the net. A bouncing puck scooped up by Shepard, and he hangs on for the whistle. Take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by LG's Prime Steakhouse. Well, one thing that Nick talked about a few moments ago was that quick start, playing with pace and puck management. Nick, what can you say about the way the Firebirds can start this one off?
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's exactly what you want, right? Hershey gets it in deep right away, but then I love that breakout and the transition through the neutral zone. Test Shepard early. If these guys come in full throttle, you're in good shape.
Faced off to the left of Shepard. Shane Wright wins it against the boards for Cole Lind. He'll muscle it along behind the net. Looking forward is Student each. It rolls back to the half wall. Lind from a tough angle and a glove save by Shepard, who's been tested a couple of times early on some tough pucks.
Yeah, and you definitely want to get pucks on him early, get him moving a little bit, and let them realize it's going to be a hard night. And they've done a great job of that. And the one thing about the Firebirds in this hockey game is the puck management around the blue lines. Just because that's how the Bears have capitalized, and that's where they've got their offensive turnovers at the blue lines.
Firebirds have 42 shots on goal in game 3, including a 23-shot second period. The most shots the Firebirds have ever had in a period, both in the playoffs and the regular season. Here's Student who pulls up, puts it across, and Lynn fanned on it. A little 2-on-1 developed right towards right in front of the net of Student got a pass over to Lynn, but couldn't net it home.
I think he might have surprised Cole Lynn with that one a little bit, as he had a clean lane to the net himself.
Well, the Bears hang on to it from inside of their own zone. Hardy, Haman, Octel, number 7 in white, settles things down for Hershey. A pivotal game 4 for them, trying to tie this series back up. Mike Vecchione dumps it along behind the Firebirds net. Rubinski looking for it. Richardson races forward, but here is Nicky Lieberman back in the lineup tonight for the Bears for the first time in the playoffs. They push it behind the Firebirds net. Good free by Schultz. He's in a little bit of trouble as Vecchione gets it back to the blue line, but a little too hot to handle for Lieberman, who making his appearance for the Bears. The first time he's been in the Bears uniform in a game since November.
Yeah, it's a long time to be away from playing with this unit, but they paired him with a good veteran in Dylan McElrath, so they'll have a veteran to look after him in this game.
Dmitry Osipov is the man out for the Hershey Bears tonight. 2 minutes gone in the opening period. 0-0 in game 4. Down the ice it goes into Bears territory. Jake Massey against the glass. Out the left wing, or left point rather, for Strome. Strome drops it over for Treniev. Now a quick shot towards the front of the net. No dice for Hershey. Look through center for Leighton Road. 2-on-2 with Melanson. Road with some speed. High slot and drive just wide. Almost caught Shepard sleeping.
It's all pressure right now from the Firebirds. Anything that Hershey's tried to set up in the defensive zone has been pushed to the outside. Nothing of quality. And then it's a turnaround, good rush with a quality scoring chance from the Firebirds. That's the pace you want.
Another good start to this one. Massey breaks it through center. Joe Snively gets to the red line. He'll flip it on inside the Firebirds end. Drieger out of his cage to play it. Quick work around the boards. Off the stick of Frank, who lines up a Firebird against the boards. That's Evans. And we continue on. Frank from behind the net gets it off the boards for Haman Octel. Off the stick of Carrick. Snively turns it over right to Carrick. And in turn, Carrick turns it over to the stick of Hendricks Lapierre. Lapierre across for Snively. Good stick by Evans, breaks it up. Shore racing forward in the corner. Rolls up the wing. Frank gets it left point. Amon Octel, center point shot saved by Drieger. Turned away by Evans, but not in the harm's way yet. Finley Snively will battle. Hayden picks it up for the Firebirds. Tries to get a lane out, and they do get it out, not by much, but the Bears and Firebirds each change.
Yeah, and that line for the Bears is their top line. They've got three guys, Snively, Frank, and Lapierre, who are three of the top four scorers in the playoffs in the American League. They need them going.
Student each puts it in front, a good chance as Shane Wright was on the doorstep. They couldn't get it on net. Now it's Olofsson. Pressure from Huntington. Pass comes out to center. Here is Cole Lind. Lind over the line for Wright. A goal and 2 assists for Shane Wright in Game 3. One of the best games he's had in a Firebirds uniform. Student each knocked down from behind by Dylan McElrath. Here at Dubé against the boards with Wright. Comes free for Alex Limoges. Limoges dumps it on in. He had a power play goal for the Bears in Game 3. Also took a pretty good check from Connor Carrick in that game as well. Actually came back. Good chance for Huntington in front in the skates of Fleury and peeled free by Olofsson.
Yeah, real good job by the forwards there. The Firebirds coming back and taking the forwards down low and kind of boxing out where there's no Bears getting close to the front of the net.
15:20 to go here in period 1. 0-0 between the Firebirds and Bears. Ivan Miroshnichenko 1-on-3. Schultz gets it loose. Through center ice, Morrison trying to pick it up, but it's twisted off his stick. Good defensive play by Hershey. If Morrison speeded through, that would have been an odd-man rush for Coachella Valley. Swanson throws a hit on Logan Day. Ryan Winterton, pivotal goal in Game 4, dumps it all the way down. There's Rubinski. Gets it to the corner for Day. Amon Octel hops on it. Tries to spin it through center. Rubinski fell down. Bears ran through the zone. Day flips it on the backhand, delayed offside against Hershey. The Bears trying to figure things out as they try to stroll over the blue, and they're having some trouble doing so. Alonson catches the pass from Bonavina, and then McElrath tosses him aside.
Yep. Guys, very few whistles in this first 6 minutes of the hockey game, and Hershey's only option to try to slow the pace down to the Firebirds is to increase that physical play. And from what we've seen so far in this series, Hershey is coming out with those hits in the corners, trying to do anything they can, but Firebirds still with all the chances.
Matt Strom comes on goal. Rich Krieger makes his first save of the game, holds on. 14:09 to go, period 1, 0-0 from Acrisure Arena.
And again, good save there by Chris Krieger in traffic. And the Firebirds do a good job of keeping pucks to the outside. And as long as they're keeping pucks to the outside, they're going to have a hard time beating Chris Krieger. But what I really like is the Firebirds aren't leaving anybody standing around the front of the net. After Chris makes that first save, they're clearing bodies out and making sure that if there is a rebound, it's hard for the Bears to get to it.
Chris Krieger 12-3 in this postseason. We'll see a face-off to his right. It's high up in the dot. Devin Shore ultimately wins it back. Cale Fleury will have to do some work away from Joe Snively. Expect a lot of Bears forechecking here in this one. Trying to cut down the Firebirds' pace. And that forecheck leads to a battle win here for Hershey. Prinsky's shot blocked by Shore. Goes off of his boot out to center. Lapierre looking for the re-entry. Pass shut down by McCormick. But Prinsky keeps it moving. Fleury takes it back left wing side. Trying to skate away from Ethan Frank. Shore helps him out. Gustav Olofsson now for Max McCormick as the Firebirds have it from their own zone. 13:29 to go. Period number 1. Puck deflects out of play and we'll take a break. No score here in Game 4. Firebirds and Bears duking it out. 2-1 series lead for Coachella Valley. Hockey Night Coachella.
It's all about putting in the work. I prepare the same way for the long haul. Someone gives you all those stats to be able to say, okay, let's do this now. It's all about just training your mind to be as great as you can. Tonal, be your strongest.
Certain that's just the wind? Mm-hmm. Are you for imprint? Certain?
Certainty matters. Be for Imprint certain your promo products will arrive on time. It's guaranteed. Visit forimprint.com.
For imprint, for certain.
At Grainger, We know dealing with the unexpected is part of your job description. And you made a promise to keep the line running, to power through the downpour, to be the one who always gets it done. And our promise is to help you do it with professional-grade supplies for every industry, plus same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. Because you can't predict the future, but with the right partner, you can be prepared for it. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Grandpa and I used to work on this together. I've never seen a man love something so much. And when I'm gone, I want you to have... Seriously?
Doesn't count. What you need is a will. Luckily, Trust and Will makes it easy. For as low as $199, you can quickly create a state-specific, legally valid document that actually counts. 10 and 2, boss. Start your will at trustandwill.com and make it count.
Make it easy. Toyota. Let's go places.
13:26 to go in the opening period. The Firebirds and the Bears getting things going here tonight in game number 4. Center ice face-off, one on back by Hershey. Logan Day for Hardy Hamanachtel for Alex Limoges over the Firebirds blue line. Knocked away by Carrot, pucked in the corner. Huntington trying to swivel it in front, good stick by Trieger. Prevented a chance from coming right in front of the net. Dubé tossed down, and a penalty coming up against Shane Wright. Dubé was kind of falling a bit as a shot by Huntington goes right into the glove of Trieger. But the Hershey Bears will have the game's first power play. 7 minutes gone in the first in a 0-0 game.
Yeah, and one of those, you're battling for a puck and the guy's falling anyway. It's kind of a iffy call, but at the same time, if they're going to call it all the way through, then it is what it is. So, good opportunity here for the Firebirds to kill a penalty and build some momentum off of that.
Firebirds are 3 for 3 on the kill back on Tuesday night in game 3. Bears get the face-off, and they'll get things going on the man advantage. Dubé for Snively through traffic, blocked by Hayden. Puck lands at the feet of Fleury. He got tangled up with Limoges. And now Frank battles against the boards for the puck. Limoges gets it back left point for Snively. Alex Limoges, power play goal for him in game 3. There's a redirection from the blue line. Bears set it up. Dubé for Frank. Snively. Our circle for LaPierre. Down the wing, Limoges into the skates of Olsen. He'll pop in it. Winterson gets it. Flips it off the boards. It's juggled by Snively at the blue line, and he has to cut back to center. Firebird trying to make a quick change. Get a couple of legs off. Frank comes out of the zone again. Offside against Hershey. And the Firebirds can finally finish their change.
Yeah, for Hershey's first power play, they're looking for Ethan Frank off the left side of the post. And when that's taken away, they're having a tough time figuring out where the puck needs to go from that. And the other night, they readjusted and all of a sudden started to fire point shots, and that's how they ended up with the one deflection goal. So it's something the Firebirds have to be aware of.
Snively on that first unit as well. He was the trigger man of the quarterback looking for Frank down low, so we'll keep an eye on that as well. I believe on this unit it's going to be Prisk on that far side.
Prisky back on it from inside his own blues. The Bears trying to re-enter with 1:09 left in their power play. Vecchione over the line. Mrskochenko gets it in deep. Studenich back to get it. He's knocked down. No penalty. Huntington to the point for Prisky. Huntington battles. Good play by Cameron Hughes as he clears it the length of the ice. Shepard pushes it around the boards. Studenich trying to cause some havoc. 45 left on the Firebirds kill. Vecchione drops it through center. Prisky looks for a lane. He'll dump it in from range. Vinen chops it in. Puck to the left point. Prisky's there to keep it alive. Mrskochenko in the corner for Rubinski. Vecchione moves it around. Luckily for Mrskochenko is Prisky, who is watching the puck. They set it up now behind the net. 20 left in the power play as Drieger covers up and hangs on. The puck came right to him. And the Bears try to shovel it home after the fact.
Yeah, and if you remember through the first 3 games, the Firebirds penalty kill outchanced the power play of the Bears. So it's something I think sure the Bears are aware of, and you see them being a lot more cautious with where they're throwing pucks right now.
11:20 left in the first period, 0-0. 19 seconds left on the right penalty. Fleury pressures and tries to get it out. Hamanachtel works it down the boards for Ethan Frank. They'll move it left point. Hardy Hamanartel, right side for Logan Day. Sets it up for LaPierre. Back to LaPierre, right circle. Logan Day shoots through traffic, and Drieger makes the save at the south of the crease. With just 1 second left in the right penalty.
Yeah, good job by Chris Drieger getting out to the top of his crease, making sure he makes that save. But what I like is the fact they get that shot, but there's no traffic in front of the net. Chris Drieger's a big man, and as long as you're going to step to the side of him, he gets to the top, those point shots are not going to get through.
Getting set for the end of this penalty. Shane Wright standing in the penalty box after his hooking call. There's Victorious on the draw, but the Firebirds officially kill it off. Day up top. Hamanartel. He shoots a big block by Shane Wright. He felt it. But he kept it away from the net. Hamanartel again. Pops it back for Sutter. Sutter across. Day down low off of his stick. As Shore was interfered with now, and the Firebirds go to the power play.
Well, that starts by a great effort from Wright. It's going to be an interference call, so power play coming up for the Firebirds. But Wright comes out of the box, feels bad about that penalty, and then he steps up like that. That's going to get that bench going, and certainly got the arena going.
Wright definitely feeling that one, getting looked at the bench, but that is a big block shot, keeping a heavy shot from Hardy Hamanartel out there, and then Devin Shore keeps his feet moving, goes for the puck. Now the Firebirds the man advantage for the first time tonight. 10:41 to go in the first in a 0-0 game. Firebirds cashed in on the power play.
And a power play that's been very good in the playoffs here at home. They're clipping along at a 25% ratio right now, and that's been outstanding, which has been a little different than what we've seen here during the regular season.
Firebirds put out Shore, Hayden, Hughes, Carrick, and Fleury. Firebirds win the face-off. Here is Fleury. Round for Carrick. So 2 D-men here on this Firebirds power play. Brought to you by Spotlight 29 Casino. And Carrick couldn't hold it down. Now the Bears have a 2-on-1, possibly shorthanded. Across the shot, nothing doing. Drieger able to knock that away with the stick pretty easily.
Yeah, great job by John Hayden on the back check there to make sure that that didn't turn into a 2-on-1.
The Firebirds reset. Hughes for Fleury. For Devin Shore. Fleury gets it in deep. The Firebirds trying to gain back possession. Around the boards it comes. Hughes stamps it down to the half wall. Hayden tries to peel it to the corner. Matthews there first. Around for Jimmy Huntington. Knocks it past Fleury. And now Rubinski one-on-one with Connor Carrick shorthanded. Rubinski trying to play keep away from Carrick. And now Hughes gets involved and frees it up. Firebirds get to center. 3-on-3 through the neutral zone. Carrick for Wright. Drops it back for Lind. Hughes in down low looking for Wright. Missed him. Wright back up top for Evans. Quick shot for Lind. A drive and a save by Shepard. Bears cleared away. Another chance the Firebirds could have shot the puck. But instead went for the pass.
Yeah, a little bit cute early, but at the second attempt was a good shot on net and great traffic in front by Cam Hughes.
30 seconds left in the power play. Morrison, neutral zone for Lind. Fights off the push of Sutter, and working forward is Lind. Rubinski off the stick of McCormick all the way down.
Well, if you're judging this thing just by body language to start things off, first of all, I can tell you that everything is in favor right now of the Firebirds, the momentum. You've got a lot of guys coming back to the Hershey bench looking a little defeated early on because they're missing opportunities, and the Firebirds are capitalizing.
Back to full strength now. Triniev is freed. Both teams with power plays in this first period. Both penalty kills come up big. Scoreless, 8:30 to go in the first. Winterton trying to gain it over the line for Hedman. Tossed the other way by the Bears. Entering the zone is LaPierre, but he stepped in front of by Schultz. Reach against the boards, can't get it out. Shot save made by Drieger. Good chance in front. That one's blocked. Rebound pushed away and bounced out to center.
A couple of really big saves there by Chris Drieger. And the first one through traffic and then finding the rebound and great movement through the crease to get to that second shot as well.
Schultz the other way. Hedman left circle. His team is changing. Tries to push it out in front. That got blocked. Hedman gets it. On and now Fleury. His drive saved by Shepard. Rebound available in front, but the Bears scooping up. Hamanaktel first to get it. And he'll make sure it gets past the blue line as he gets it there himself. Hamanaktel, coast to coast, a shot, and a blocker saved by Drieger. .7:30 remaining. First period. Firebirds get through. Bears push. Now Melanson skates it in, but he's offside, and we'll take another break. 7:21 to go. First period 0-0, and it's that way because of Chris Drieger. A few big stops for him here in Game 4 to keep it locked at 0. Hockey Night Coachella Valley. We'll be right back.
At Consumer Cellular, we pride ourselves on giving you fast, reliable, nationwide coverage at up to half the cost of the leading carriers. But don't worry, we've got more than that going for us. Like this beautiful store in Arizona, for example. It's the perfect place for me to tell you a little bit more about our phones and how they can become your phones. You name it, we probably got it. We have the top smartphones from all the major companies. If it's state-of-the-art cameras you want, we got them. If you want a smartphone with lots of bells and whistles but won't break the bank, we've got that too. We even have a flip phone, like the Iris Flip. We even have watches. I know what you're thinking. What if I don't have one of these amazing stores in my town yet? Can I get these phones sent to me?
Yes, you can.
Is it easy?
Easy as pie.
New customers who buy any phone get 2 months of service free when they sign up by July 31st. Call 800-918-4371 or visit consumercellular.com to switch today.
She knows what she's talking about. Pick up the phone.
Well, 0-0, 7:21 to go in this first period. The Firebirds and the Bears. Both teams with a power play in this first period. Nothing doing. Chris Drieger, though, has been sharp. Been tested. He's made 7 saves on 7 shots, including a pretty good flurry right in front of the net.
Yeah, that's the first flurry that Hershey's had since probably halfway through the second period the other night. And Chris Drieger is moving well, and you can see he's finding the pucks as he's moving around, and he's getting some help from his forwards, his defensemen. Everybody's laying out blocking shots as well, and the Firebirds continue to do that. The Bears are going to have a tough time finding the back of the net.
Face off the neutral zone. Logan Morrison against Jimmy Huntington. Bears victorious on the draw. It's tossed on in by Jake Massey for Hershey. Riker Evans trying to get it loose in the corner as well as Morrison. It comes loose now for Connor Carrick. Behind the goal line of his own zone. Off the stick of Ryan Winterton. Backhand pass to the zone. Offside as Morrison jumped a little before the puck got to him and crossed over the blue.
I was watching that timing there, Piv, and I thought he had it, but he just got that little, missed it by about an inch.
That was awfully close and would have had some help along with him, too, in the offensive zone.
Yeah, most definitely. He just opened up his hips a hair early and drifted across the blue line. But, again, you knew the Bears were going to come out and throw everything they had at him. And it's the best the Bears have looked so far in this series. But the Firebirds have weathered that storm. So now it's just a matter of getting back to what they did the other night.
No icing on the dump in as his stick was lifted. Puck comes against the boards. Mirsnichenko gets it out. Morrison a good back check. Trying to work it away from Vecchione. It comes back in the Firebirds defensive zone. Evans plays pinball against the glass. They're trying to work it around the boards now for Morrison. He takes the shoulder but gets the puck free for Winterton. Winterton's pass a little ahead of Hughes. And McElrath, the captain of Hershey, and the former first-round pick of the New York Rangers. They're trying to bump it away from Nicky Lieberman. Puck out to center on the clear for Hershey. This will be short of icing. As Otto-Vine had to erase the puck and trying to take the shorter route. Hamanaktel just gets it past the stick of Winterton. Shore struck down by Triniev. And Hamanaktel navigates it out to center. Chance for the Bears the other way. Triniev on the backhand. Blocker save by Drieger. Stutter around the glass for Strome. Left point Hamanaktel a drive. Blocked in front. Swatted away. And now the Firebirds get the set. 3-on-2. McCormick over the line for Hayden. Off of his back skate, trying to flip it in front. Just away from McCormick. Flurry around the boards. Bears settle it down. Give away. Hayden drop pass. McCormick and a blocker save made by Shepard. Firebirds with a steal inside the offensive zone. And it almost ends up in the back of the net for Hershey.
Yeah, and again, the Firebirds get that opportunity off the forward check. And we saw that the other night. When they were forward checking hard, the Bears had a tough time dealing with that.
5:17 left in the first period, still 0-0. Massey gets it through center. Ethan Frank deflection. It goes out of play. Faceoff comes back to the neutral zone as we take a break. 5:09 to go in the first. Looking for our first goal here from the desert. Hockey Night Coachella Valley is back after this.
It's the incredible Red Dog, the amazing universal socket tool that fits, grips, and tightens virtually any fastener. Look at all the different sizes and shapes, nuts, bolts, and screws. Any head will do. Red Dog grabs on tight and locks into place fast. It replaces hundreds of different tools, yet it's smaller than a battery. 54 telescoping steel pins mold around any object. Then up to 150 pounds of torque, knock out rusted fasteners. You can get Red Dog for just $19.99. Breaking news, Red Dog may be discontinued. Due to supply chain shortages, Red Dog is stopping manufacturing immediately. There's a strict limit of 3 per order while supplies last. Order now.
Call 1-800-979-1303. That's 1-800-979-1303 or visit byreddog.com. Call 1-800-979-1303 now.
5:09 to go in the first period. Locked at zeros. Head coach Dan Bilesmo looking on. Sure, he's feeling a lot of, not so much pressure, but a lot of to-dos to check off of his list before he heads up to the National Hockey League. The coach, the parent club of the Firebirds, the Seattle Kraken, big one on the list. Oh, obviously win a Calder Cup.
Yeah, most definitely. It's unfinished business from last year. And you know he's got that feeling, he's got that taste, and once you get that taste, you definitely want to complete the mission. So he's got these guys wound up and playing extremely good hockey right now.
Devin Pimmick, Grant Fearon, Nick Gismondi, along with Gino Lamont. That's our crew here tonight. Hockey Night Coachella Valley rolls on from Palm Desert, California. Coachella Valley works it outside of their own zone. Massey gives it away, leaned over the line. He'll come to the right corner with it. Right battles with LaPierre. Hendricks LaPierre pushes it back around for Chase Brisky. And now it's Massey up the wing. Snively knocked down by Frank. LaPierre enters the zone. Speed for him. He'll twirl back up in the circle. Looks back for some help. Stops it down the wing. Lieberman shoots. That one deflects over top of the Firebirds' net. Snively runs out of real estate. Carrick on his tail. Wright can't get it cleared. And Lieberman pressured by Lynn and now comes back to the Firebirds. And Lynn trying to swivel his waist inside the Bears zone. Shut down by big Dylan McElrath. LaPierre, 3-on-2 for Hershey. High slot, shoots a save by Drieger. And the rebound for Lieberman, but he couldn't control it. And Fleury pushes him down.
Yeah, and that's something we haven't seen from the Bears. Defensemen jumping up in the rush. So something that they've adjusted and made something from the other night where they might have seen there's space there.
Limoges pushed to the corner by Olofsson. Puck deflects off the stick of Melanson. Out to center. Already Hamanoctel back in his own zone. The Bears push it to the neutral zone over the Firebirds line. Huntington against the boards. Day center point, a drive blocked. Olofsson scoops it for the Firebirds. Bruce center ice he comes. Hedman left side looking for a lane. Instead bounces it over the Hershey net. Dubé knocked free by Rode. Rode shoots over top of the net again. Another great chance for Leighton Rode. Little off target for 29 in blue.
Yeah, but again, a great forecheck creates that opportunity, and Leighton Rhodes got such good speed that he gets on top of the defenseman really quickly, and it changes things up.
Watson got a cross-check up high. Here's a chance to keep it on side for Schultz, but he just missed. Vecchione around the boards for Massey. Brisky to the perimeter for Miroshnichenko. Now speed for the Bears. Over the line, Vecchione drops the pass back. Rubinski turns to his forehand. Massey can't control it. A foot race for it. Massey gets back first. And Brisky finds Rubinski through center. It's been a lot of the neutral zone for these two teams. And it's at the feet of Vecchione. Back in the Firebirds end, Winterton trying to move it north for Coachella Valley. Morrison punches it out to center.
Well, Piv and Fierzy, maybe you'll agree with me on this, and offside's called right here with 2:25 to go. The shots on goal, a little indicative of the way Hershey's playing 9-2, but the quality of opportunity has been better for the Firebirds. But it's really been a bit of a different hockey game, Fierzy, because I feel like Firebirds came out hot, Hershey got a little frustrated, then they had some zone time, and now it's a little bit of a chess match to figure out who's going to do what through that neutral territory.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Hershey's done a good job of bottling up the neutral zone. And when the Firebirds have had opportunities to shoot the puck, they've kind of taken that second guess and looking for the pass instead of just getting that puck on net and creating some havoc.
Evans working against Triniev on the boards. Stunner behind the goal line. Good finish of the check by Hayden. Puck squirts free to the boards for Shore. To the corner for Max McCormick. McCormick right point for Carrick. Carrick off of his stick in front. Lands behind the net. Hayden got wrapped up by McElrath. And Shore tries to find a lane to the left point. Now he finds Evans. Bouncing puck collected by Strome. He'll punch it out to center ice. Evans spins away from a check. McCormick dumps it in past the red line. Logan Day greeted by Hayden. Hayden frees it up behind the net. Doesn't have a ton of help. His team is changing. And a good battle win by John Hayden once again. LaPierre drives through center over the Firebirds line, right side behind the net. They score! From a tough angle, Ethan Frank makes it 1-0 Hershey with 1:23 to go in the first.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a guess by Chris Drieger there. I think he was looking past and not shot, and it kind of handcuffed him a little bit and ends up going off his pad into the net.
Yeah, and what you don't see behind the scenes there was a little bit of a bobble change and a miscommunication, and then you had a little bit of traffic running in and around the bench, and I think the Firebirds just got a little bit behind that play, and a nice angle from Frank.
Ethan Frank, who does everything, including scoring goals. That's his 10th of the postseason, his 15th point in his 16th game.
Yeah, he's a big catalyst for their offense, and when that line of Snively, Frank, and LaPierre get going, they've kind of carried the Bears in this playoff.
Approaching a minute to go in the first period. Bears with a 1-0 lead. They've scored the first goal in 3 of the 4 games. Now in this period. Raider around the boards. Dubnich for Wright. Huntington keeps it alive. His shot blocked by Wright. Second time that Wright got a little bit of a stinger. Lane peels it loose. With 35 to go in the period. And that shot for Hershey kind of came from the Firebirds' game plan, keeping him to the perimeter, and unfortunately that one squeaked through. Alonso in towards the net, a bouncing puck for Hershey. Kind of came from the Firebirds' game plan, keeping him to the perimeter, and unfortunately that one squeaked through. Alonso in towards the net, a bouncing puck to the corner. 20 seconds left in the period. Firebirds trying to even this thing up. It's Prisky for Triniev. Good read by the Firebirds. Schultz on his backhand. Moves it down low. 10 seconds now left in the period. Melanson throws a shoulder. Henman tries to free it up. Melanson towards the net. Saved by Shepard. Got a piece of his stick. Time runs down in the first period. And the Bears take a 1-0 lead to the dressing room here in Game 4.
And a good entertaining first period. Lots of physicality. A lot more play in the neutral zone in this one so far. And if you're the Firebirds, you're okay with that period, but you'd like to see more pucks get to the net.
Yeah, you're creating opportunities, that's one thing, but obviously it's a numbers game, right? 10 shots on goal for the Hershey Bears. Almost half of them not really of like intense quality, but still they come away with that 1-0 lead. So if you're the Firebirds, the message in the locker room is, listen, guys, it doesn't have to be pretty, it doesn't have to be cute. Let's get more pucks on net. Let's try to test them a little bit more here and try to create our opportunities. And listen, even if you're throwing pucks on net through traffic, you're creating opportunities for rebounds and other things to kind of pop into play.
Ethan Frank, the lone goal of the opening period, has the Bears on top 1-0. After 20 minutes of play, we'll send it now to enter-in host Tim O'Brien for Abby Carter, performing live here in the desert.
Your 2024 American Idol winner, with the latest single, This Isn't Over. A big round of applause for Abby Carter. So don't So usually at the intermission, everybody gets up out of their seats. There's nobody sitting here. Take a look. They didn't leave their seats because of you. All right, so congratulations, of course, on everything. What has life been post-American Idol?
Oh my gosh, I haven't been still. The moment the show ended and I won, we flew to New York and came back and went to Nashville and came back and then in Nashville again, came back yesterday, headed to Minneapolis next week, Dallas the next. It's just a whirlwind.
The life of a superstar. So get used to it, Abby Carter. There's a rumor going around the arena tonight that you have a special announcement. Can you let everybody else know it?
I do have a really special announcement that I wanted to share with you guys here. I am actually playing my very own show here at Acrisure Arena, July 27th. And I wanted to share this with you, Firebird fans. You guys have the exclusive ability to sign up for the pre-sale. Tickets go on sale Tuesday.
One more time, Firebirds fans, let's hear it for your American Idol winner, Coachella Valley native Abby Carter.
Thank you so much.
Now take a look at the video board, scan the QR.
Abby Carter, the American Idol winner. Great performance by Abby Carter. We'll take a break. And the intermission coming up with Gino, Grant, and Nick. Coming up after this, the Hershey Bears, the lead game.
At Consumer Cellular, we pride ourselves on giving you fast, reliable, nationwide coverage at up to half the cost of the leading carriers. But don't worry, we've got more than that going for us.
New customers who buy any phone get 2 months of service free when you sign up by July 31st. Call or go online to switch today.
The Bike Riders.
Can't have those colors on in here. You'd have to kill me to get this jacket off.
It's electrifying. 4 stars. A must-see summer movie.
You're scared of us.
The Bike Riders. Rated R. Only in theaters tomorrow.
Introducing Mando, the whole body deodorant that I created with all body odor in mind. I'm Dr. Shannon Klingman, and I'm the inventor of whole body deodorant, like Mando. Mando actually stops odor at the source, bacteria. You just apply Mando like a lotion, and it stops odor anywhere you have it, but wish you didn't. Buy it and try it for 60 days, and if you don't love it, you can return it for free. It's like body odor never even happens, and you're going to be exceptionally stink-free and smell as good as humanly possible.
Oh, what's up? You watching the game? Or maybe the one later? Put a little BetMGM action on it, and now any game becomes the game. When you got overs and unders, you're in it every time they throw the ball, kick the ball, dribble the ball. Maybe it's not even a ball.
Who needs a ball?
Now that bet's got you watching every inning, half, round, period, set, hole, a lap. Right from the edge of your seat.
Backbone One. Turn your mobile phone into a gaming console. No console required.
The Bike Riders.
I built this club out of nothing. Some people would rather crash
then slow down.
The Bike Riders, rated R, only in theaters tomorrow.
Good evening, everyone. It's Hockey Night, Coachella Valley. Turn the record over. We'll see you on the flip side.
Hey, that's something that you see it on the highlights. No, you should get to see that one live.
Live from Acrisure Arena in Palm Desert. It's Hockey Night, Coachella Valley Playoff Edition with Gino Lamont, Hockey Hall of Famer Grant Fuhrer. Between the benches from the NHL Network, Nick Gismondi. And the voice of the Coachella Valley Firebirds, Evan Pittman. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by your local Toyota dealers.
Welcome back. Hockey Night, Coachella Valley. First intermission. The old Birds are down 1-0 in what was a rough first period. Only 2 shots on goal for the Coachella Valley Firebirds, though it felt like we had more scoring chances than that. Gino Lamont alongside Hockey Hall of Famer Grant Fuhrer. We've also got Nick Gismondi down there between the benches for us. We'll talk to him in just a minute. But first, Grant, your impression of the first period. Felt like we got run over a little bit.
Not so much that we got run over. I'd say it was more desperation hockey. And Hershey played a very desperate period because they realized what's at stake. And we had some good opportunities, but we didn't shoot the puck like we did the other night and go to the net. And towards the end of the period, the forecheck got better. And as it got better, we got more opportunity.
All right, let's bring in Nick Gismondi, who's down between the benches for us. Nick, from what you're seeing down there at ice level, this feels like a different Firebirds team, at least in that first period.
Absolutely, and it was a weird flow of the period because I really felt like the Firebirds came out hot. They kept Hershey pushed really to the outside of the perimeter, nothing of quality. So for me, that shot number is not indicative of the way that the game is going, but more so just the way that the Firebirds sort of let off a little bit right there. They really got to kind of re-engage in the second period. In that game prior, in that 6-2 victory, we saw them come out with a really big shot attempt in that second period. You're going to need to see the same thing here. Sort of along the lines of what Kiersey just said, it's desperate hockey for Hershey, and it's patient hockey for the Firebirds. They need to pick up the pace a little bit, just start shooting the puck a little bit more, take more chances.
All right, let's take a quick look at some of the highlights, though. They weren't a lot of them in that first period. A lot of center ice action, not a lot of stuff getting to the goalies, though Chris Krieger did make a couple of pretty big saves here to keep this game close.
Yeah, you know what? The good opportunities that Hershey did, Chris made good saves. He got on top of his crease, did a great job of tracking the puck in traffic, and the forwards did a great job of laying down, blocking some shots. And for the Firebirds, we had some great opportunities, just never let the puck go. So as you get that patience and you don't shoot the puck, you're giving Hershey a chance to get themselves back into position, and you'd like to see them get more pucks on the net, get more bodies to the front of the net, which is what they did the other night. Collect the rebounds, and the rebounds are there. Hunter Shepard leaves a lot of rebounds around, so you've got to get bodies in there and get those dirty goals.
And that one was just a weird angle shot.
He was looking past. He wasn't looking for the shot, and it kind of caught him off guard. And it's one of those that you'd like to have back, but at the same time, you can overcome that.
All right. So shots 10-2. Looking for a little more energy out of the Birds here in the second period. We're going to go to break. When we come back, we're going to introduce you to the lead singer of the Rock Band Trade. Pat Monahan joins us next. This time it's Rock is with them. We're going to talk to both of them when we come back. You're watching Hockey Night, Coachella Valley, the rock and roll version.
Which club will make the biggest splash when the market opens? See who goes where when the bell rings on free agent signing day.
There are some big names.
July 1st, 11 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network.
It's all about putting in the work. I prepare the same way for the long haul. Someone gives you all those stats to be able to say, okay, let's do this now. It's all about just training your mind to be as great as we can. Tonal, be your strongest.
We have a garage door that doesn't lift.
So I went on Angie. It took me just a handful of minutes.
So vendors who were knowledgeable, they did higher quality work.
They wanted us to be happy with the work done as well. It is a beautiful garage, I will say.
Get started today at Angie.com.
Guys, got hair loss? I know what you're thinking. Should I shave my head? Comb it over? Wear a hat? Just stop. This isn't 1970. Keep your hair and your confidence because Bosley, America's #1 hair restoration experts, can give you your real hair back permanently. Check them out because they're giving away an absolutely free information kit and a free gift card to everyone who scans this QR code. Dude, you don't have to look like your dad because this isn't your dad's hair loss treatment. People all over the country trust Bosley because they're ahead of the curve. They use the latest technology to give you your real hair back. And the best part, Bosley's permanent solution is protected by the Bosley Guarantee. Let them show you for free how awesome your hair could look with an absolutely free information kit and a gift card for $250 off. Scan the QR code. Don't wait. Scan the code now and ask about the Bosley Guarantee.
The Bike Riders.
I built this club out of nothing.
Some people would rather crash than slow down.
Riders. Rated R. Only in theaters tomorrow.
NHL Tonight, after the game on NHL Network.
Welcome back to Hockey Night, Coachella Valley. Hershey Bears with a 1-0 lead in the first intermission. Joining us now, the lead singer of the rock band Train, Pat Monahan, and his son, Rock Monahan. You guys did the anthem tonight. Well, first of all, thanks for that, but how does a bunch of guys from San Francisco become such big hockey fans?
Well, you know, I moved from San Francisco to stay married to my wife, who's from Seattle, and we had rock in Seattle, and we're huge Kraken fans, and you know, we have season tickets and go all the time, and we know a bunch of the people that are part of the. I play golf with the guys on the team, and I've come to Coachella Valley games, and I just think it's amazing. That was Rock's first national anthem, so I'm really proud of him.
How cool is it to do it together?
I mean, that was really cool. He nailed it.
He did. Nervous at all? You got 10,500 people?
I've done it so many times. It's always just so fun.
But only in the shower. Like, you didn't do it in front of 10,000 people.
It's not quite.
I'm staying in front of people. I've never done the anthem.
Yeah, right, he's sung in front of people.
Yeah, and it's a tough song. It's not an easy sing.
I'm like this, like shaking. It makes me nuts.
You know, as long as I've got you here, I mean, 30 years you've been in the business. You guys came up more of a traditional way with a band and making their way, getting bigger and bigger, huge hit songs.
Yeah.
When you see a young lady like Abby Carter, who's from Indio, 2 months ago was just a local girl with a nice singing voice, who's been thrust onto the main stage like this, what do you have concerns for her or advice? Or, I mean, what do you see when you see somebody hit it that big, that fast from American Idol?
Well, you know, it's not that big, that fast. I mean, she's probably been singing for a really long time. She has an opportunity right now. So now the opportunity that she has is bigger than a lot of other kids. So now she's got to really capitalize on it. She's being seen. So now it's about great songs and performances and live performance and making real fans. That's going to be important.
So now, with all that you've done in the music world, tell me a little bit about your acting. It's a little CSI New York.
Yeah.
A little Hawaii Five-0. How much fun is that?
I can tell you that my acting is bad. That's what I can tell you. I really love to do it, but it's other people's words, and it's really hard for me to remember. Like, he learned the national anthem in 10 seconds. He can learn. I don't have that gift.
Yeah, that happens as you get older.
Wait a minute.
I was talking about being Grant, not you. Okay. You guys got a big tour coming up this summer with REO Speedwagon. Tell us about that.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We start in Wisconsin. We'll be at the Forum in Los Angeles. I think that's as close as we'll be here, but we should have a great time.
Yeah, so a whole summer-long tour. You guys have been doing this so long. Is it still fun when you go out on the road?
Yeah, it's so fun. And Rock usually comes out and, you know, for a few weeks and sings every night with us. So, you know, he has performed in front of this many people, just not the national anthem. And that makes it fun for me. You like coming out, right?
Yeah, I love it.
Tell me what songs you like to do when you go out.
Led Zeppelin.
Now the kid's singing my songs. What's your favorite Zeppelin song?
Going to California.
Oh, I love this kid. Yeah, the acoustic Zeppelin. Oh,
usually if I'm in a room with them, everyone basically pushes me away at some point. They want to talk to him.
Well, any kid that likes Zeppelin's all right with me. You're raising that kid proper.
That's right.
Well, it's great to have two big Kraken fans on the show, wearing your Birds shirt. Thanks for joining us tonight.
I love these guys, too. I can't wait to see tonight, man. We got to up the shots on goal.
I agree. It's going to get better as the night goes.
Yeah.
You might want to have to hang around for the game on Saturday.
We may. Yeah, this has got to go the right way because we want to keep coming back.
Yeah, there you go.
Superstition in hockey is real.
Well, he's got the superstition side of it.
Oh, yeah. I've been wearing the same underwear for 2 weeks. We know what I'm talking about. He's got them on. Rock.
Thanks, guys, for joining us.
Yeah,
Let's send it over to the voice of the Coachella Valley Firebirds, Evan Pipnick. Evan, take it away.
Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. Firebirds getting set for period number 2 as they trail 1-0 to the Hershey Bears. And Nick Gismondi down between the benches. Oh, this is going to be an important second period for the Firebirds. He's trying to get the crowd into it a little bit. A late goal kind of takes the wind out of things, especially in the home barn.
Hey, Pip, you've been changing your underwear, correct? Or is that just a Gino thing?
That is just a Gino thing, and he's been telling too many people about it.
Hey, listen, it's the same MO as this game started. These guys have to get off to a better start now in this second period. They did it for just a little bit in that first period. Wasn't enough. Hershey flipped the script on them, capitalized. If I'm the Firebirds right now, my goal is break this thing down into 5-10 minute increments, right? Come out with some overwhelming offense to start the second period. Tons of shots on net from every which way and angle, and really sort of put the Hershey Bears back on their heels. Make them feel the pressure because it's squarely on them right now. This isn't a must-win game at all for the Firebirds. It definitely is for Hershey. So it's got to be overwhelming offense and presence by the Firebirds inside Hershey's zone to get this thing started.
Well, the Bears trying to make this one go back to Hershey. The Firebirds trying to prevent it from getting back to Hershey. To get back to these Bears fans who provided the energy and excitement in games 1 and 2. The Firebirds fans brought it in game 3 and are bringing it here tonight. The Firebirds want to see, or the fans at least want to see a goal from the back of the net to start things off and see this game get even. Devin Shore and Hendricks Lapierre on the opening faceoff for period 2 as the teams switch sides. Firebirds going right to left in the middle frame, and they win the opening faceoff. Connor Carrick gets to the red line and tries to muscle it over the blue for Hayden. Comes the other way for Joe Snively. He'll come to the right wing corner and dump it on in where Riker Evans grasps it for Coachella Valley. Hayden trying to get it out, has a tough time doing so. Hendricks Lapierre, left wing side. Massey's shot bouncing wide to the corner. Lapierre for Prisky. Chase Prisky has it back for Hendricks Lapierre. Down low, deflected wide of the net. Limoges. Here's Logan Day, right circle, across the room. McElrath down low, and that one wouldn't go. Still loose in front, and Wright knocks it to the corner.
Yeah, great job there by the Firebirds forwards coming back and preventing a goal by getting a stick on Dylan McElrath before he shoveled it in an empty net.
Boy, that was close.
There's almost up to a 2-0 lead early on in the second period. Very manageable here for the Firebirds. Winterton over the line, in on goal, saved by Shepard. A big-time stop by Hunter Shepard, preventing some Firebirds momentum. As the both teams have some great chances here in this second period. See the first opportunity, some room for McElrath. He tried to swing it in front. Cale Fleury was in the way. And Coachella Valley comes right to the offensive zone, and Ryan Winterton tries to sneak it past the left pad of Shepard.
Yeah, and again, a great play there by Cale Fleury to keep that puck out of the net. And it turns around, turns into an offensive opportunity there for the Firebirds. And Ryan Winterton tried to beat Hunter Shepard between his body and his glove, and Shepard ended up making a good save.
Jersey, that anticipation by Winterton was incredible.
Mike Vecchione just got a puck up high. Looks like he got him in the throat. It looks like he's okay, but that was scary.
That's a bad spot to get hit. There's nothing worse than catching one on the throat.
He's just more shocked than anything else. That one went off of a stick and got him up high. 31-year-old Vecchione skates back to the bench under his own power. Those things are scary.
Well, those ones are not good.
Luckily, that was only a little flip-in wrist shot, not a full-send slapper.
Now the Firebirds get an offensive zone face-off. One back by the Bears. McElrath to the left point. Can't get it around Evans. Evans drives it down the wing off the stick of Hughes behind the net. Lieberman trying to poke it around Morrison. Gloved down by Winterton. Winterton for Morrison. Chops at it. Saved by Shepard. Big save. Rebound Shepard. The Bears somehow got it through a C in front. It's icing against Hershey as the Firebirds close to tying this thing up.
Yeah, this is a lot more of what we saw the other night, where they got pucks on the net and just battled to find the pucks. And Hunter Shepard's pretty fortunate. Defenseman dropped in. Dubé dropped in behind him and made that save. And it ended up not going in the net. But again, a great job by the Firebirds of getting pucks to the net and driving bodies in. And that's what we need to see more of.
And Jersey, that's them going to the dirty areas and a little bit more of an emphasis on trying to create opportunities, even if their dirty goals are a little bit garbage.
Yeah, that's what they did the other night. Get pucks to the net, get bodies to the net, and create some havoc in there for Hunter Shepard.
And they all count the same.
Hey, it doesn't matter if it goes in from 2 inches or 200 feet. It still counts.
No pictures.
Especially here in the finals. Doesn't matter how it crosses the goal line as long as it does. Firebirds trying to get the puck past the goal line and tie this game up. Here's Evans left side. His drive knocked away by Shepard. Got him in the pad. Hughes battling with Frank in the corner. Ahmed Octel knocks it loose for Hershey. They'll find Logan Day, and Day through center ice off the stick of Henrik Rubinski. Well, Evans trying to find some room past Rubinski. Winterton assists him. Ahmed Octel back to center. Bogdan Triniev dumps it in deep. Connor Carrick, the former Hershey Bear. Into the neutral zone. Pass cut off by Massey, but the Firebirds look to turn the other way. Good back check, though, by Matt Strome. Giveaway in front. Henman couldn't get a handle on it. Slowed it down, but now it's Massey for Triniev. Dumps it on goal, and Drieger scoops it up, hangs on, gets the whistle.
Already more emphasis on offense to start this period. 6-1 the shots on goal, just about 4 minutes into the second period. So, Grant, this is exactly what you want out of this team right now to start the period. You got to be encouraged by the way that they're sort of pushing the envelope a little bit more here.
Yeah, most definitely. You want pucks in deep. You want the hard forecheck. That's what they did the other night. They forechecked hard. They finished hits. And they drove the Bears defensemen batty by putting that pressure on where they started to cough pucks up. And they've got to get back to doing that again and just getting everything on the net and getting bodies there behind it.
Firebirds win the faceoff back in their own zone. Olsen off the glass past McCormick. Dale Fleury finds some space for Shore. Shore crossing it over the Hershey line. Hayden comes up the wing. Gets it to the point for Gustav Olofsson. Lets the shot go. Bounces wide of the net. Karams off the glass. Rather the dasher and rolls right to Hershey. LaPierre. Shot contested to the corner. Overskated by Frank. Max McCormick pedals it back from his own zone. Lieberman knocks it down. And now LaPierre off of a turnover, trying to set it up in front. Couldn't get it to the front of the Firebirds cage. Dubé works it in onside, gets it back top of the circle, jams it to the corner on a shot. It'll bounce to McElrath at the right point. Dylan McElrath down the left wing side. Emerge from out high of the circle, puts it back behind the Firebirds net. Played off a hop by McCormick, goes past him. And now Huntington prevents the Firebirds from coming the other way. Jimmy Huntington poked away by Fleury. Penalty coming against the Firebirds. Fleury went for the poke check, got the skate. And the Bears will go to the power play once the Firebirds touch up. Vecchione touched up now by Melanson. And Coachella Valley down a man for the second time in the game.
And again, it's just a poke check, and he ends up almost stepping on Fleury's stick and going down. And anytime you put your stick in that area, it's going to get called right now if a guy goes down. So a big penalty kill coming up here is Hershey's kind of carried this game so far, more so than the other night. And it's something that the Firebirds are going to have to respond to. And there's nothing better than a big penalty kill to change momentum.
Fleury kind of had a no-look kind of poke check, and I think that really drew things. Cody Beach, Bo Halkitis are the referees tonight. Mitchell Hunt, Ryan Jackson, the linesman. Both teams 0 for 1 of the power play. Bears trying to take a 2-0 lead with 14:45 to go in the second. Here's Dubé on the top of the right circle. Puts it to the blue line for Joe Snively on a cross. A one-timer off the side of the net from Ethan Frank. Dubé hops over his stick. LaPierre gets it back, handcuffed him a bit, moves to the high slot, returns it back over for Frank, now across the shot blocked. Snively turned away by Schultz and cleared down the ice.
Yeah, good block there by Jimmy Schultz. Again, they're looking for Ethan Frank off that far side. And they may shoot once or twice to open that up, but that's the play that they're looking for right now.
Snively neutral zone. Pierre Dubé up the right wing circle, the offensive end for Hershey. 1:15 left in the power play for the Bears. This one cleared down the ice. On the Firebirds as Shepard touches it. High stick. Knocked down the puck through center.
Good penalty kill so far for the Firebirds. They do look good, but Grant, you're right. That pass is coming up top from Snively down to Frank. And knowing that that's the situation right there, what do you do to sort of prevent that shot from Frank, who's obviously going off right now?
Well, I think you keep your stick in a lane. If you can take that lane away and force Snively to make a different decision, it affects the way their power play operates.
Creates a turnover opportunity high as well.
Turnovers have helped the Firebirds on the penalty kill here in the playoffs. 3 shorthanded goals, including one back in Game 1, courtesy of John Hayden. Here's Vecchione. Offensive zone with 53 seconds left on his team's power play. We'll set it up in the offensive zone. Chase Prisky. Rishnochenko back across. It's jammed by Vecchione. Blocked. Evans trying to pry it loose. And now Studenic turns on the Jets short-handed. They'll clear it down the ice. And against Studenic, a guy who can make something out of nothing pretty easily. So is a guy like Henrik Rubinski as he tries to work the offensive zone. But it's poked away. Firebirds can't get the clear. Rishnochenko pushed to the corner by Schultz. On the forehand now Hayden. Tried free by Riley Sutter. Rubinski put to the boards by Schultz. 13 seconds left in the Bears power play. Prisky up top, a drive, blocked, picked up. Bears still on it. Vecchione to the corner. 5 seconds left on the Fleury penalty. Bears change their personnel. Fleury back out on the ice. Firebirds 2 for 2 on the kill. With 12:43 to go in the second. Coachella Valley trails 1-0. That's Strome trying to come the other way in transition. A race for it. Triniev and Onovainen. Onovainen reverses it around for Schultz. Off the speed of Day. Kept onside by Hershey. Rolls to the net. Onovainen steers it clear. McCormick for sure. Schultz out to center for Winterton. Go. Ribbon on in. Shepard comes out of his cage to play it. Jimmy Huntington looks to the neutral zone. Rolls towards the Firebirds net. Krieger covers up and hangs on for the whistle. Bears still in the 1-0 lead. A big kill for the Firebirds. Keeps it that way. Calder Cup Finals return after this as Hockey Night Coachella Valley rolls on.
Upon approaching the 18th green, Isa Tanaka silently proclaimed, "My brother may think he's a better golfer, a more witty conversationalist. He may think he's superior, but he's not. Because I switched to consumer cellular for the same coverage for up to half the cost. He may have mom's dimples, but I pay less for wireless.
I'm the one who wins."
Birds, when freedom calls, we're here to answer.
All things are fun, and that's the beauty of live sports, entertainment. Trying to keep you entertained and also trying to keep you up to date with the action.
You should have just voiced over the video there, Ed.
Oh, I know. Oh, see if we can put that in some terms. 11:56 to go in the second period. This one cleared down, and McElrath back to get it for Hershey. Pressed up against the boards. Big hit by Jacob Melanson. Cleared out to center by the Bears. Off the stick of Frank. Racing down now is Connor Carrick. Off the stick of McCormick. Up through center. Devin Shore. 2-on-2 with Melanson. Shore comes up top. A shot blocked by his own man, Melanson, who's trying to provide the screen. Shore to the forehand. Saved by Shepard. Rebound. Put to the back door. And Shepard didn't get a piece of it. Melanson was at the side of the net, but couldn't muscle it home. There's icing that actually gets waved off. Yeah. A chance for Coachella Valley. Trying to get their legs back under them. Oh! Huntington slides and falls down. And this is going to be an initial penalty call, but I don't believe
that's not a call at all.
Oh. Cody Beach is going to negate it. Because now we're going to have some rough stuff in the corner, and everyone gets involved.
Well, guys, that's a blown opportunity down here. He was in the clear, wide open, nobody anywhere near him, and he just basically blew a wheel and caught an edge. I mean, that is incredibly not a penalty.
That's a toe pick.
Toe pick indeed.
So I'm hoping that they get together and discuss that, because that's...
Yeah, Huntington just... Yeah, he blew a tire. And then things escalated after that. It looked like Cody Beach called off Bo Halkitis' call. And we'll have some guys in the box. When we come back, we're getting the penalties. We'll take a break. 11:06 to go. Second period, 1-0 Bears. Hockey Night Coachella Valley rolls on after this.
Upon approaching the 18th green, Isa Tanaka silently proclaimed, "My brother may think he's a better golfer, a more witty conversationalist. He may think he's superior, but he's not. Because I switched to consumer cellular for the same coverage for up to half the cost. He may have mom's dimples, but I pay less for wireless."
I'm the one who wins.
Birds, when freedom calls, we're here to answer.
Backbone One, PlayStation Edition. Enhance your gaming experience on mobile.
Did you know that thousands of authors across the country have written books and published them with Page Publishing? If you've written a book, Page can help you through the process. We cut through the confusion of the publishing world to make it easy for you. If we decide to publish your book, your work ends and ours begins. From copy editing and proofing to typesetting and book cover art, we get you printed, distributed, and sold on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and bookstores. We'll even promote your book.
Well, 11:06 to go in the second period. A 1-0 Bears lead. We'll have some 4-on-4 hockey as everyone piled on one another. And our first little blow-up of this hockey game.
Yeah, it was funny. Both officials were tied up in the original, we'll call it a missed call, that they missed the altercation in the corner, so they weren't really sure what happened over there. Even the linesmen were headed over to the penalty keeper's bench, so everybody kind of missed that and missed what caused it.
That's why if you're a teacher, Grant, you don't leave the kindergarten class by itself.
Yeah, you figure with 4 guys, somebody would catch what's going on. But not always.
So some open ice for these two teams. 4-on-4. With 11:06 to go in the second period. Coachella Valley with Shane Wright, Marion Studenich, Gustav Olofsson, and Cale Fleury. The Bears with Mike Vecchione, Hendrix LaPierre, Hardy Hamanoctel, and Chase Brisky. Brisky gets over the Firebirds line. A shot blocked by Olofsson. Fleury around the wing for Wright. Off the skate of LaPierre. Roughing the penalty on the two guys in the box, Dubé and Carrick. Brisky over skates it. Studenich tries to get it back and does. Marion Studenich for Gustav Olofsson. Now it's Fleury trying to prevent a chance. And a great play by Fleury as he springs down to the floor and takes the chance away for the Bears. Now right in on goal. He scores! Cale Fleury's keep leads to a Shane Wright strike. And the Firebirds even it up in 1.
What a phenomenal play by Cale Fleury after he gave the puck up. He dived and saved that. And then Marion Studenich does a phenomenal job of getting that to Shane Wright. And Shane Wright, goal scores goal. The little backhand, forehand, and phenomenal job to get that by Hunter Shepard.
Well, that is all Cale Fleury. I mean, the goal might have gone in, but that is him and his two very big efforts. One from his belly to keep that puck going, and moves like that fire up the entire lineup. Fleury got back to the bench, and every single guy went over to him real quick and celebrated like he scored the goal.
3-point night for Shane Wright the other night. And he picks up right where he left off. Cale Fleury had a couple of assists the other night, too. Now, across Morrison over top of the net. And now Cole Wynn gets involved. He threw a hit on a Bear. And I think they called him for it. Snively down on the ice.
Yeah, they got him for it.
I don't think the initial penalty was called. I didn't see a referee's arm go up. But we'll take a break once again and go over what occurred. Yeah, Cole in with a little bit of late love.
They might have got him with a late elbow on that one.
9:56 to go in the second period. Shane Wright ties the game. And the Firebirds have a brand new one here from Acrisure Arena, Hockey Night Coachella Valley. We'll be right back.
It's the incredible Red Dog, the amazing universal socket tool that fits, grips, and tightens virtually any fastener. Look at all the different sizes and shapes, nuts, bolts, and screws. Any head will do. Red Dog grabs on tight and locks into place fast. It replaces hundreds of different tools, yet it's smaller than a battery. 54 telescoping steel pins mold around any object. Then, up to 150 pounds of torque, knock out rusted fasteners. You can get Red Dog for just $19.99. Breaking news, Red Dog may be discontinued. Due to supply chain shortages, Red Dog is stopping manufacturing immediately. There's a strict limit of 3 per order while supplies last. Order now.
Call 1-800-979-1303. That's 1-800-979-1303 or visit byreddog.com. Call 1-800-979-1303 now.
Bears going to the power play, but the Firebirds tie the game on a brilliant play. Cale Fleury sprawls out to the niche for Shane Wright, and he gets the finish.
Yeah, just a really pretty goal, but a great job by Cale Fleury. Not only breaks up the pass, but has the presence of mind to get back to his feet and move the puck over to Stu Niche.
And nice play by Wright there. That cut across the mouth of the crease forced Shepard to open up the legs, and Wright was so patient with that and able to slide it right through. Goal scorer's goal right there, Kiersey.
It's definitely a goal scorer's goal. And Shane Wright is that natural goal scorer. It's fun to see when he gets those opportunities.
Bears to the power play after Cole in. It's called for a check to the head. It's just a minor. So it's a 4-on-3 power play for Hershey. As they set up in the offensive zone, 0 for 2 so far on the man advantage. And a little more room out to set things up for the Bears. Frank across, down low. That one's blocked by Olofsson. And the Bears going to get a pass back to the blue line to keep it onside. Quick re-entry for Hendricks LaPierre. Blocks back behind the net. Fleury trying to pick it up away from Prisky. Fleury to some open space, but not into the zone. It's going to become 5-on-4 as Carrick is back on the ice along with Dubé. Passed up top. A shot by Frank off the post, and it goes out of play. Ethan Frank with a bomb.
And that's what Ethan Frank does. He's got the big shot, and he sits in that spot. And when they find him, he's not afraid to shoot the puck. And a good save by the post there.
Oof. That's again, Jersey, that sticks in lanes, and knowing that Frank is the trigger man on this power play for the Hershey Bears, you really got to not let him have that much time and space with the puck.
Yeah, most definitely. You want to take away his space, and if you're a goaltender, you tell the press afterwards that's all you gave him was the post.
False start calling on the face-off. Minute left on the Cole Lind penalties. The Firebirds still have some work to do. But again, the Firebirds get a huge goal to get this game tied up.
Yep, and a game that they have kind of been outplayed for the first time in this series so far. So it's a huge goal to change the momentum of this hockey game.
Bears trying to get their lead back. Rubinski in front, saved by Drieger. Bounces to the corner. Huntington for Vecchione. Pops back from his knees up top for Snively. Vecchione right circle, down low in front. Tipped on Cage, and a save by Drieger.
Well, the other thing that you got going on right here, you see after these whistles, boys, this physicality and terseness is increasing.
It's starting to look like playoff hockey in front of the net, where if you're going to stand there, you got to pay a price for it. And the team that wants to pay the biggest price is going to end up winning a game that's tight like this.
8:39 to go in the second period, 1-1, all even here in game number 4 Firebirds lead the series as best of 7, 2 games to 1. Power play continues for the Bears, but the Firebirds win a defensive zone faceoff. Devin Shore, watch that one go through center ice. Snively around for Ethan Frank. Firebirds finish up their change, and the Bears trying to get back to work in the offensive zone. Frank through the neutral zone. Poked briefly by Studenich. Doesn't impede him too much. Steal by Fleury. Cleared all the way down. Shepard launches the puck to center ice. Dubé gets it from LaPierre. Dubé, a head fake into the zone. Trying to work to the front of the net. Cut off by Carrick. Dubé in front for Snively off of his stick. Firebirds get back to full strength. Lind is free. Here's Snively with a shot. Glove save! Chris Drieger flashes the level.
Really good save there by Chris Drieger. Getting out in traffic, making that save, and no rebound at all.
Quick try right at the end of the Hershey power play. Oh, you look at those shifts. The Firebirds have had plenty of them here in the playoffs where they continued, even though they didn't score on the power play, they just kept it moving and the momentum carried there. But you saw that with Hershey just now. The Firebirds able to stymie it.
Yeah, Hershey got a little bit of momentum out of that power play. They didn't get anything out of it, but at the same time, they got some offensive chances, and sometimes that builds some momentum.
Strome poked away, but now Sutter comes in. Block shot by Schultz. Knocked out of midair by Otavainen. His pass turned away, and we're going to have a power play coming up for Coachella Valley as Ville Otavainen got his stick slashed in half, courtesy of Riley Sutter.
Almost picked up one there, boys.
Hey, if you leave with a souvenir, that's what it's all about. It makes a memory coming to a hockey game.
I can take a hit, fellas. I can take a hit.
Well, now that we get to a hockey game like this where the temperature's starting to go up a little bit, the bitterness is starting to show up. It's the team that keeps their composure the best that's going to come out on the top of this. And you can see the guys are starting to get a little bit of dislike for each other, and the frustrations are starting to creep out now.
And I think the longer it goes and stays close like this, the more it favors the Firebirds, especially with the pressure that's on Hershey.
Firebirds unable to keep it in the zone to start this power play. Flashing on Sutter. Firebirds power play brought to you by Spotlight 29 Casino. Second power play of the game for the Birds. Here is Logan Morrison. Drops it through center for Cole Lind. Lind works his way over the line. Left side for Max McCormick. Flips it up top for Evans. Right side for Shane Wright. Moves down the wing. Good move around Rubinski. Pass deflects off McCormick. Was able to get it back to the blue. Evans for Morrison. Firebirds looking for some men in front. Morrison flips it back up top for Evans. Riker Evans back for Logan Morrison. Cole Lind now. Deflect. Kept by the glove of Evans. Softly down for Morrison. Evans now. Morrison. They jam it back up top. Right at the circle. Not a lot of room to shoot here on this Firebirds power play. Lind trying to pick it up. Goes off of the skate. Trinidad with the clear.
Yeah, it's a very aggressive Hershey penalty kill where they've got a very good rotation going right now. So they've always got two men going towards the puck and where they think the puck's going to go. And you've got to get a couple of pucks down to the net to slow that aggression down.
Second unit out for the Firebirds. Devin Shore brings it onside. Cameron Hughes picks up for him, and Hughes gets it in front for Shore on the backhand. And Shepard the save. A good setup by Cameron Hughes. Shore on the backhand. Shepard up to task.
Yeah, clean look for Hunter Shepard there. Makes a good save and make sure there's no rebound. But a good play there to get that to Devin Shore. And Devin Shore, you don't see a whole lot of backhands anymore. Great job of getting that on the net.
Lost art of the backhander.
It is a lost art.
29 seconds left in this Firebirds power play. Fleury at the right point. Tries to go D to D. It's broken up by Strome. Second period brings a little bit of a longer change. Tougher for the Bears to get some fresh legs on. Firebirds with 15 seconds left on their power play. Shore over the line for Carrick. Pushed the other way by Huntington. Wait for some help on a 2-on-2. As Strome down low. Knocked away Drieger.
Great poke check by Chris Drieger there. A little bit of an old school poke check.
Bears back to full strength. 5-on-5. Carrick, offensive zone. Wrist shot fluttered on goal, and Shepard covers up, makes the save, hangs on. Firebirds fail to capitalize on the power play as Chris Drieger just gets a piece of that one to keep it 1-1. 5:18 to go in the first. Hockey Night Coachella Valley is right back after this.
Upon his first day of retirement, Marcus Rogers made a contract with himself. I will never again work for another man or woman. Or Todd. Especially Todd. I lay down my badge, abandon my corporate phone plan, and I'll get a new plan with Consumer Cellular, without a contract, without sacrificing coverage.
Let's go, birds.
When freedom calls, we're here to answer.
At SimpliSafe, we never stop innovating for a system that never stops protecting. We're rated the #1 home security system by experts and trusted by millions. Indoor and outdoor cameras stop intruders in their tracks, and advanced sensors protect against fires, floods, and more. All powered by Fast Protect technology, only from SimpliSafe for faster police response. Now install our advanced system your way. Have a pro set it up or easily do it yourself. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Fuego getting the crowd going here in Acrisure Arena. 1-1 hockey game. Game 4 for the Firebirds and the Bears in the Calder Cup final. Welcome back into Hockey Night Coachella Valley. Evan Pivot, Grant Fearon, Nick Guzmani, Gino Lamont. As the Firebirds tie the game at 1, courtesy of Shane Wright, but Chris Drieger's had a couple of really nice saves in this one. The only one that went behind him was one that he probably wants to have back.
Yeah, he probably wants that one back when he's made a couple of really good stops, and that last poke check was outstanding. The puck's going across, and it's one of the few plays that you have. A lot of guys try and reach it with their leg. Chris does a great job getting the poke check out there and making that save.
And he's been so good this entire playoffs. Every single minute of it his. Coming into this one, all 15, 903 minutes. I mean, his save percentage at .246. He's a big boy at 6'4", but boy, he has been even bigger for this team just in terms of how he sort of motivated them and been the backstop.
Now the Firebirds have it for center out of Vinen, off the stick of Hedman. Down low comes Melanson. Trips down Frisky, and the Bears will go to the power play. Melanson got away with one a little bit earlier on the shift. That wasn't called. This time doesn't quite get away with one.
And again, you kind of put the stick between the legs. They're going to make that call if a guy goes down, especially when you get temperatures up this high.
Offensive zone penalty, too, for the Firebirds.
Those always hurt. Yeah. Anytime you take an offensive zone penalty, they have a tendency to come back and bite you a little bit, so get a little bit more discipline with your stick in the offensive zone.
Now another power play for the Hershey Bears. 5:01 to go in the second period in a 1-1 game. There's Wrangling off the post last time out. Dubé for Snively. Pass across for Frank. Snively's shot. Blocked. Goes to the corner. Fleury tries to get it back. It's Limoges. Worked out by Fleury. Dubé in there as well. Scoop free by Olofsson. Finds some space. Off the glass all the way down.
Good job by Olofsson and Fleury staying hard on the puck and winning the battle to get that and get it down the ice.
Snively for Frank. The Bears recharge through center. Going away out of Vinen. Gets it for McCormick. And McCormick all the way down. And Snively had a bad read on that clear. Now he'll go back to get it and move it up ice for Pierre Dubé. Frank onside for Dubé. Out of Vinen, first to grasp it for the Firebirds. Pushes it around the boards. LaPierre couldn't stop it. As the Firebirds are halfway through their penalty kill with 60 seconds remaining on the Bears' man advantage. Vecchione looks away from the stick of John Hayden. Mrishmachenko onside, left wing for Huntington. Pushed around into the skates of Olofsson. He's pressured in the corner, gets down to a knee, still fends it off. Huntington has it back for Hershey, trying to set it up in front. And he couldn't locate Rubinski as Winterton was all over him. Winterton and Frisky go to the corner and bump it out a bit. Mishnachenko moves it around the glass. Schultz with a good read, preventing a Bears breakout. 17 seconds left on the Melanson penalty. 1-1, 3:12 to go in the stick. Vecchione onside up the left wing. Good stick by Studenic. Firebirds handle it, bounce it out to center. And that does it for the penalty. Firebirds back to full strength.
Yeah, great job by the Firebirds just standing up at the blue line and not really allowing the Bears to get a clean entry in.
Offside, or rather icing against the Hershey Bears. Faced off to the offensive zone with 2:49 to go in the second period. A 1-1 game. You look at the Firebirds penalty kill right now, and yeah, they're playing very well, but you can't keep going back to the well and hoping that your penalty kill bails you out.
No, it's been really good so far, but at the same time, you want to play even strength or you want to have the man advantage. And the Firebirds have been the better team 5-on-5, so you'd like to keep it 5-on-5 and go back to winning the little foot races, the little battles along the boards, all those little puck battles they won the other night. They have to go back to finishing checks and winning those battles again.
Yeah, you can't keep zapping the momentum with penalty kills because it's stunting your offensive push. And every time the Firebirds really seem to get going in the zone and are creating those opportunities, they take a penalty, they end up having to slow down, and then it's a slow ramp back up into feverish mode.
Evans through center ice. Clayton Road, left circle. Road.
Quick whistle on what could have been a couple of calls, but apparently you can do that and get away with things. So Shane Wright gets buried into the boards with a cross-check up in the face, and Bo Helkitis just kind of ignores it.
Yeah, you got one from Matt Strome. 11 teams playing. Oh, a little bit. 2:21 to go in the second. 1-1 hockey game here in Palm Desert.
Well, it's funny. You get caught up in the emotion of the game and the pace of the game, and sometimes it outpaces officials. And things like that happen sometimes.
Well, boys, I'll tell you, the intensity on the ice is increasing, but the jibber-jabber back between benches is also right there. A lot of, I'm using the cough button quite a bit down here.
Firebirds win the faceoff. Carrick's shot goes off of Snively. Worked down the wing by Carrick. McCormick tries to flip it in front quickly for sure. That's broken up. LaPierre now finds it for Hershey. Moves it up ice for Ethan Frank. Frank to the neutral zone over the Firebirds line. He'll move in quickly. LaPierre, he scores! Hendricks LaPierre finishes it off. A great play for the Bears. It's a 2-1 lead for Hershey late in the second period.
Yeah, and again, the second goal in the last couple of minutes of a period that the Firebirds have given up, and that one's just kind of a misread in the defensive zone going in, and LaPierre ends up by himself. Two guys going to the same guy, and LaPierre is all by himself and finishes the play.
Well, it's good passing up top, right, by the Hershey Bears. They make sure they spread it out, and you catch three of the Firebirds sort of kind of in line right down the middle, not really aware of where that puck was, kind of facing backwards to it. So you got to have a little bit more awareness, especially when Hershey's pushing that way.
The Firebirds looking for a response. One thing the Bears have done very well is cut off passes. They've done such a good job of shutting down the Firebirds moving north, which was a thorn in their side in Game 3.
Yeah, they've done a much better job in the neutral zone of bogging up the neutral zone and staying in the passing lanes and not allowing the odd man rushes that we saw with the Firebirds the other night.
Minute 30 to go in the second period. Hale Fleury moves in. Fleury drops it back. Here's a pass across. Looking for Winterton, but it's a little too hot for him to handle. Penalty upcoming here. It's going to be a splash.
Consistency is not going to be a strong suit of the officials in this hockey game.
And it's against, I believe, the Firebirds. Ryan Winterton goes off, and another offensive zone penalty for the Firebirds.
It's the fourth one in the hockey game so far, which you're not going to win a lot of hockey games taking offensive zone penalties.
And Winterton just chops the stick right in the hand of Alex Limoges.
You know what I mean? That's just frustration, right? It gets away from you. You're pushing a little bit, and then Winterton, as soon as it happened, head went up in the air, and he knows what he did, and that's just heat of the moment things that, that are accidental. And maybe he didn't chop it as hard Maybe the stick came out of the hand, but, you know, it's moments like that, like you said, Grant, inside the offensive zone. Those are mistakes you just can't make down by a goal late in the period.
And now the Bears to the power play. And they set up quickly. Dubé shoots. A glove save by Drieger. Bounces out of his glove, and now Dubé gets it back. Dubé for LaPierre. Snively across for Ethan Frank. Frank shoots through traffic. That's blocked. Dubé pushed to the boards by Fleury. Limoges handles it back for the Bears. Dubé in there as well. Olofsson pushes it up top. And we'll see if the Firebirds can get something going short-handed. It's Studenic in over the line. Studenic trying to drive to the net. Almost pokes it home, but draws a penalty as he gets hooked, or slashed rather. And we'll finish the period 4-on-4.
Well, there you go. That's effort right there. Keep the wheels moving. Cut across. You have to put the Hershey Bears in a desperate situation, right? Last time we saw that happen, Shane Wright scores. So you have to put them in a spot where you're going to try to draw a penalty, negate that, and take this to the end of the period. Come out of this alive, and then come out with a little bit of a power play at some point early in that third period.
Yeah, and that's just Marian Studenic using his speed. And when he's got to step on somebody, you're either going to have to hook him, slash him, pull him down, because you're not going to catch him.
Well, 4-on-4 for the second time in the game. The Firebirds scored their goal on the 4-on-4 earlier in the period, courtesy of Shane Wright. Lind for Evans, now for Carrick. Shot stamped down by Riley Sutter. Goes around for Hardy, Haman Octel. Swings it around the wing, Logan Day. With 25 seconds to go in the period. Cherniev enters the zone for Sutter. 10 seconds to go in the second. Firebirds looking for one last break. Cherniev knocks it down. Swatted out by Lind. Carrick around the glass, and that will do it. Here for 2 periods of play as the Firebirds and Bears go to the intermission with the Bears up by 1. It's a 2-1 score. And some more rough stuff following the whistle. So in all cases, the Firebirds played pretty well in the second, but still the going to the penalty box over and over again is not helping the Firebirds gain some traction in the offensive zone.
No, and that's kind of been the issue in that second period is they got some momentum. They finally got the play going forward the way they wanted. But you take 3 offensive zone penalties, and that kind of kills your momentum and forces you back on your heel.
Well, it is now time for the intermission report brought to you by the City of Indian Wells. Evan Pimnick and Grant Fuhr with you. The Firebirds tie the game on a great goal from Shane Wright, set up by Cale Fleury, but unfortunately give up that go-ahead goal once again for Hershey.
Yeah, I mean, Cale Fleury made a phenomenal play at center ice there to get that puck over to Shane Wright, and Shane Wright does a great job of using his speed going in, scoring that goal, and then to build off that momentum, you think the game's going to swing, and then a couple of offensive zone penalties, and all of a sudden, the Bears end up back with the lead.
Well, unfortunately for the Firebirds, they kind of fell in their own way. Penalty after penalty, especially offensive zone penalties. Unfortunately, they haven't been kind of bit by those penalties as of yet. Marian Studenic negating the last power play for Hershey with a great set of speed.
Yeah, and Marian Studenic has got those wheels that you have to respect, and he does a great job of driving wide and taking it to the net and forcing Hershey to take a penalty there.
Well, the Firebirds trail the Bears 2-1 as we get set for the third period in just a little bit. This has been the Intermission Report brought to you by the City of Indian Wells. Don't go anywhere. Gino and Grant have you the rest of the way during the second intermission as Hockey Night Coachella Valley rolls on after this.
This season, DraftKings Sportsbook is your place to bet on the greatest sport on ice. There's so many ways to get closer to the game. And with this latest offer, you can win big. Now that is deserving of some victory stick taps.
New customers bet $5 and get $150 instantly in bonus bets just in time for the Stanley Cup playoffs. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, enter the promo code, and make your first $5 wager to score your bonus bets instantly. The crown is yours.
Are you certain he'll fit?
Sure.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters. Need promo gear? 4imprint certainly got it. Apparel, drinkware, bags, and more. Go get it at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
This is the one who helps everyone stay safe. An unsung hero in a building full of everyday heroes. is just how he likes it. The industrial-grade products you need. Call, click, or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
We all know that we'll eventually need a will. Eventually. How about right now? Trust and Will has taken the process of creating your will and made it easy. Like while you're lounging on the couch, easy. Trust and Will is designed by attorneys, but customized by you. One question at a time. All documents are state-specific, legally valid, and start at just $199. That's not a typo. Find the plan that's right for you at trustandwill.com.
NHLshop.com, the official online store of the National Hockey League. And the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear. With unique one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics, Adidas, and all the latest styles for every NHL team. Don't miss out. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLshop.com, a Fanatics experience.
Good evening, everyone. It's Hockey Night, Coachella Valley. Turn the record over. We'll see you on the flip side.
Hey, that's something that you see it on the highlights. You don't usually get to see that one live.
Live from Acrisure Arena in Palm Desert. It's Hockey Night, Coachella Valley Playoff Edition with Gino Lamont, Hockey Hall of Famer Grant Fuhrer. Between the benches from the NHL Network, Nick Gismondi, and the voice of the Coachella Valley Firebirds, Evan Pivden. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by your local Toyota dealers.
Welcome back, everybody. Hockey Night, Coachella Valley, second intermission. Hershey Bears with a 2-1 lead over the Coachella Valley Firebirds. Gino Lamont alongside Hockey Hall of Famer Grant Fuhrer. We'll check in with Nick Gismondi down between the benches in just a minute here, but I don't know that you could have a more opposite games from games 3 to 4. It's almost like there's two different teams out there.
Well, you know what? Hershey's done a good job of adjusting, and that's what Todd Nelson's so good about is he makes reads, he adjusts very well, and when he adjusts, they've logged up that neutral zone, so the Firebirds can't really attack, and when you can't really attack, all of a sudden you got to get pucks in behind, and we haven't done that. We've just kept pucks going forward and trying to beat one-on-one battles and instead of going deep and working hard.
That's right. A few more shots on goal, at least in this period, but still losing that battle dramatically as well.
You know what? It's not so much we're losing the battles. We just haven't got pucks in net. We haven't gone to the dirty areas. The other night we went to the dirty areas and got 4 goals out of it. Tonight we haven't really gone to the dirty areas. We're going to have to do that to win a game like this.
All right, Nick Gismondi's down there between the benches for us. Nick, what are you seeing at ice level? What's Dan going to tell these guys to pull it out in this third period? Otherwise, we are going back to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing that Grant just echoed, and it's about doing the things that you already know that you've done that have led to success prior. It is a tale of two very different hockey games. You had a very intense Firebirds team that last game that came out and was really, you could tell that they were fiery and they wanted to win. That might not be there right now. And we saw it at the start of that second period, but it's those offensive zone faceoffs that suck the life out of you and really prevent you from being able to do that. Also, Hershey's done a way better job of clogging up that neutral zone. And Evan mentioned it. It's very difficult right now for the Firebirds to get north and south. So you have to get more creative, bring a little bit more through neutral territory, limit your fancy plays there. Just move the puck through neutral ice. And when you can sort of do that and set up and then create opportunities at the mouth of the crease, good things are going to happen for you. We saw a little bit of a glimpse of it in that second period about midway through, and then right after that we saw that effort by Fleury, and they were motivated by that, but a penalty immediately sucks it right out of you. So just get back to the hockey you played literally 48 hours ago, and you'll find yourself winning this third period.
All right, let's take a look at the highlights from the first and second period. Not much in the first period other than the 1 goal by the Hershey Bears and some decent chances, frankly, from the Firebirds, but ones that went in on Tuesday are not going in on Thursday. There's the one that just snuck in behind Driggs.
Yeah, that's just a little bit of a misread by Chris Drieger there, and one you want back. But at the same time, he had a very good period. And then here in the second, Chris Drieger does a great job. He gets beat there, but Cale Fleury does a phenomenal job of coming back and making the save for him. And that's what you have to have. You got to help some love from your defenseman. And good play there to get a puck on net. And you start to get some bodies around the net where you're forcing Hunter Shepard to look for pucks, and he has a tendency to lose pucks in his feet. So the pucks were there. It's just a matter of getting bodies there to find those pucks.
This was a heck of a play by Cale Fleury as well.
A phenomenal play there by Cale Fleury, and then Studenic gets it to Shane Wright, and goal scores goal. Burst in with that burst of speed and shovel it inside the post. That's a hard save for a goaltender.
Yeah, goal scores goal, and they certainly do on plays like that. Then one more got snuck past us right there. That was just...
That's Ethan Frank sitting in his zone where he's wide open.
Right.
Where somebody missed a read, and Ethan Frank gets that chance. And again, here it's just a misread. You had three guys go to the same guy, and Lapierre gets left by himself. And you leave the leading scorer in the playoffs alone, he's going to bury those.
That's right. So we did close the gap a little bit in the shots on goal, but you can see the power plays. So far, we've been fortunate. We've stopped 5 of them. But listen, I know you're not happy with the reffing while keeping us from getting any more fines. Tell me your thoughts on, well, is it the refs, or are we just playing sloppy and getting called for it?
Yeah, a bit of both. I mean, you can't take offensive penalties. So the couple of the slashes were easy calls. I think that's the problem, is they're easy calls for the officials. And you know, if you can eliminate the offensive penalties, you're in good position. Because now you finish a check, you're not using your stick. It's the stick work that gets you in trouble.
All right. Coming up next, we're going to talk to the Coachella Valley's newest star. She sang her debut song tonight. She announced a concert here at Acrisure Arena. Abby Carter joins us next. Stick around. You're watching Hockey Night, Coachella Valley.
What's up, guys? What I'm about to show you is going to change the way you shave your head forever.
You can shave your head in 90 seconds or less with no cuts or nicks. It's 100% waterproof.
It even works in the shower.
Introducing Remington's Balder Boss. With increased flex and 5 dual-track floating head design, get over 60% more head coverage for a faster, closer shave and skin-close results.
No nicks, no scrapes. Fit in the palm of my hand, and the results were amazing.
Shave in the shower or with any foam or gel. With Japanese-grade steel blades, plow through the thickest of hair. Anytime, anywhere. There's even a pop-up trimmer to complete your perfect groom. Now, you can try the Remington Balder Boss in your home for 30 days for just $14.99. Complete with a 5-year limited warranty and 100% satisfaction guarantee. You can also get our ear, nose, and brow trimmer free. Just pay separate processing and handling.
Give it a try. You won't be disappointed.
Order your Balder Boss now.
Hi, and welcome everyone watching at home. We're here to remind you that we have agents standing by right now to answer your legal questions. So if you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, call now. Find out if you have a case and how much is potentially worth. I'm Gina Belich, here with spokesman and TV personality Tom Mustin. So Tom, tell everyone watching at home who should call right now.
Well, Gina, first off, thank you for having me here in the studio. Now, as far as who should call in, the answer is anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault should give us a call right now. Agents are standing by to answer any questions you may have and tell you how much your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Tom. So what kind of calls are we seeing today?
Well, Gina, we're getting calls about all types of accidents, but the most common has been car accidents. So if you or someone you know were injured in an accident that was not your fault, take that first step and give us a call. We'll answer your questions and you'll find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth.
Thanks, Tom. Call now.
Catch live AHL action here on NHL Network.
Welcome back. Hockey Night, Coachella Valley, second intermission. Your Birds hot on the tail of those Hershey Bears, down 2-1 in what we will call a challenging second period. But I'll tell you what, one bright spot tonight has been the Valley's newest star, winner of American Idol, our good friend Abby Carter. Abby, welcome back.
Hey, how are you doing?
All right, so you stood up there in front of 10,500 of your biggest fans, broke out the new song. Tell me about the experience.
Oh my gosh, I mean, being back here in the Coachella Valley around the people that raised me, really, and getting all of this support and this love, it's just been so amazing. And to sing my own songs for them, that's incredible.
So how excited are you about having your first big concert here?
Beyond excited. I remember being in college and seeing this get built and looking at the brand new, billboard sign about it and thinking to myself, the day that I played there is when I will have considered myself as having made it. And now I'm here.
What's the day of the concert? Tell us about the concert. What do you got planned?
So it'll be July 27th. I'm more than excited to be here and to do it. I'm just going to be singing so many of my own songs and things that I've never shared with people before. And I hope that it reflects me and who I am as an artist.
Talk to me about that. I mean, you got a huge break winning American Idol, but not without a lot of work. People think you just showed up one day and started singing. It wasn't like that at all, was it?
No, I played at the Palm Springs Street Fair for years, just trying to do what I loved. And when I got gigs at restaurants, I was like, I'm a singer now, you know? And being here today with all of this support that I have behind me, this is far beyond anything that I really ever thought I would have the opportunity of achieving. I've always wanted it, but I didn't think that I would be lucky enough to ever have it.
So what's the inspiration for writing songs?
It's my life. I think
You're
that
not old enough to have that much inspiration.
You'd be surprised. No, I write about my life. I use it as, it's definitely an art form for me. It's not very much just like a fun little hobby. I reach into myself and I write things about myself that I didn't even know I felt. And I use it all as just a big form of therapy. And I'm just able to share it with people.
I love that you started out busking, right? It's like, seriously, because when we were talking to Pat Monahan of Train, he said, it's harder for her because she's by herself. He had 4 bandmates to come up with, to learn and to experience what you're going through right now. Only he did it over years. You've done it over weeks.
I had the blessing of being around the other contestants on American Idol when I was with them and getting that camaraderie since we were all going through it together. But now it's like such a big cut and you're just thrown out into the real world and you're trying to pursue things and it's hard. It really is hard. But I mean, this is what I wanted for my entire life, so who can really complain about that?
So be careful what you ask for, right?
Right. I'm getting mobbed every time I come out here.
Well, tell by all the security.
I know, right?
Yeah, we got security all of a sudden. We can't find these guys on normal games. Nowhere to be seen. Now all of a sudden we're surrounded by
like a whole wall around me. There's like 12 guys just ushering me through.
Yeah, Grant and I are on our own, just so you guys know. Nobody's protecting our backs.
Well, you guys have the big guns.
I just get in behind Grant. Well, congratulations on all your success. We're really excited about the concert. Again, that's July 27th, right here at Acrisure Arena.
Right here.
Tickets go on sale.
Tickets are on pre-sale right now, so you can actually go and sign up for the pre-sale, and then I think they go out to the entire public on Tuesday.
And you got that show built and ready to go? You're still working on it?
We're working on it, but it's going to be awesome when it happens.
All right.
Are you nervous about it?
I'm definitely, if I wasn't nervous, I'd be crazy.
That's right.
But I think I'm way more excited than I am nervous. I'm so excited to share it.
All right, she's Abby Carter, the biggest star in the Coachella Valley, next to Grant Fuhr anyways. We're back at Hockey Night Coachella Valley after this. Stick around.
The Florida Panthers repeat as Eastern Conference champions and will head back to the Stanley Cup Final.
Complete coverage live and on site.
What's up, guys? What I'm about to show you is going to change the way you shave your head forever.
You can shave your head in 90 seconds or less with no cuts or nicks. It's 100% waterproof.
It even works in the shower.
Introducing Remington's Balder Boss. With increased flex and 5 dual-track floating head design, get over 60% more head coverage for a faster, closer shave and skin-close results.
No nicks, no scrapes. Fit in the palm of my hand, and the results were amazing.
Shave in the shower or with any foam or gel. With Japanese-grade steel blades, plow through the thickest of hair. Anytime, anywhere. There's even a pop-up trimmer to complete your perfect groove. Now, you can try the Remington Balder Boss in your home for 30 days for just $14.99. Complete with a 5-year limited warranty and 100% satisfaction guarantee. You can also get our ear, nose, and brow trimmer free. Just pay separate processing and handling.
Give it a try. You won't be disappointed.
Order your Balder Boss now.
Do you have difficulty hearing your TV? Or have trouble hearing conversations? Then you would benefit from Nano hearing aids. Other hearing aids are expensive and cost thousands of dollars. But if you call now, you can get 2 Nano CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $297. Don't be fooled by overpriced hearing aids ever again. The Nano CIC rechargeable hearing aid is a true hearing aid, not an amplifier. And they offer superior noise reduction and a tiny in-the-ear design that is nearly invisible. And best of all, they are incredibly affordable. Call now and get 2 Nano CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $297 or opt into our payment plan of 4 easy interest-free payments. Plus, if you call now, we'll add a portable charging dock and your shipping is absolutely free. The Nano hearing aids come with outstanding lifetime customer support and a 45-day money-back guarantee. Supplies are limited, so you must act now.
Call 1-800-411-5033. That's 1-800-411-5033.
This is Tonal, where every rep is analyzed, so your workout is optimized. This is Personal. This is Tonal.
We start the third period 4-on-4. Firebirds trail the Hershey Bears 2-1. Here in game number 4, Evan Pinnick, Grant Fuhrer, Nick Gismondi, Eugenio Lamont with you. Been a good game so far. Still 20 minutes at least left in this one as these two teams get set for period 3 with some open ice.
Yeah, a little bit of open ice to get things going, and this is going to be a telltale period. The Firebirds can find a way to come out of this. They'll have a convincing lead in this series. If they can't find a way to come back and find a way through this period, it's going to be a long, drawn-out series. So if you're the Firebirds, you want to throw everything you have at it in this period.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think Grant said it at the start of the show. It's about pushing the pace, right, Evan? If the Firebirds can somehow dig down and find a performance like they had in the third period a couple of days ago when they opened this championship series here in that game 3, they're going to be in fine shape. They got to just get through this 4-on-4, take advantage of a short power play, use that as the catalyst to push yourself forward through these next 20 minutes. This is the biggest 20 minutes of the playoffs, in my opinion, right now for the Firebirds. They can set the tone and really put this series on its end if they want to.
2-1 the lead for the Bears. The goal from Ethan Frank and Hendricks Lapierre. Shane Wright has the Firebirds on the board in this one with an incredible play set up from Cale Fleury. They're fixing a little ice issue right now in the crease.
That's never a good spot to have an ice issue right underneath your feet.
Grant, what's the mentality of these goaltenders right now, especially a guy like Drieger, who's just been so solid in the quarterback of this team?
You know what? As you go into a third period in a game like this, you realize every shot's important now. That one big save can change the whole momentum of this hockey game, and we've seen that a couple of times in the playoffs where Chris has come up with a huge save, the Firebirds come right back down and score. So every save becomes bigger and bigger as this game goes on.
He's been in big moments before. He's got a little bit of that taste of the NHL. He knows how to rise to it. It's going to be an interesting 20 minutes, boys. Buckle up.
Still working on the ice. And looks like we're good to go. So it'll be 38 seconds of 4-on-4 before the Firebirds have a brief power play. Underway, third period. Firebirds trail the Bears 2-1. Looking for a big start to this third period to try to get things even. Olsen pushed up against the boards. Puck comes out in front. Verbinski knocked away, a backhander shielded by Drieger. And now the Firebirds skate through center ice. Devin Shore drops it through center for Studenich. And over the blue line, Marian Studenich cuts up. Goes to the right circle. Studenich. Here is Evans trying to step out of the way. Gets taken down. Riker Evans ties the game 32 seconds into the third period.
Yeah, and a great job by Marian Studenich using his speed, and then Riker Evans does a great job of cutting across the slot, beating a check, and then falling down, firing a shot past Hunter Shepard.
Just keep your feet moving. That's twice now you've been able to keep your feet moving and get Shepard going side to side. Anytime he's moving east-west, that 5-hole opens up. So now both of those goals scored by Coachella have been in the 5-hole of Shepard, and it's been because the goal scorer is moving east and west.
2 4-on-4 goals for the Firebirds. The fourth of the postseason for Riker Evans. Has the building going nuts early on. Here in the third. So now the Firebirds on the power play for 25 more seconds. Power play brought to you by Spotlight 29 Casino. Here is Cole Lind. He'll get through center. Lind over the line looking for right. A shade behind him. Pushed around, and McElrath sends it around the boards. Max McCormick.
Misplays it. And the Bears clear it down, and that will just about do it. On the Snively Pouncin, carrying over from the second period. So Evans right back to work down the left wing. Shot up and out of play off his stick. So a good start for Coachella Valley here in the third period. As Riker Evans, who played a lot of meaningful games up in the NHL this season, comes back down towards the end of the year, gets in the playoffs, using that confidence to his advantage.
Yeah, and I think it built a lot of confidence, him playing up in Seattle, playing significant minutes, and realizing he can play at that level. So he came back here, and he's been phenomenal since he's got back.
Faced off one by the Firebirds on a Vinen shot, bounces to the corner. Played behind the net by Hughes. Hughes looking for a lane in front. Hughes circles around the Hershey net. A backhander blocked off the side and then gloved down by Shepard as Hughes was trying to find his way through his C in front.
Yeah, and again, never a bad idea. Throw pucks through traffic at the net. You got basically 18 and a half minutes left in this period, so there are no bad shots now. Everything has to go to the net. Bodies have to go to the net. And when you're coming back to your own zone, you got to make sure that you make the right read on your way back.
Well, I love what you guys said about Riker Evans. 36 games played up in Seattle, a goal, 8 assists, 9 points. Grant, that's invaluable for a guy who's now in a pressure situation. You do that, you played that many games, you feel like you're in the flow of it.
Riker was outstanding last year in the postseason for the Firebirds. Pretty much a goal or a point-a-game player. As Fleury takes a shot right off the face-off. That's stamped down in front by Shepard. Minute 45 into this third period, and the Firebirds have found the equalizer. Now trying to fend off the Bears. Olofsson flips it. Goes off the glove of Hardy Hamanoctel.
Well, Hershey's had a much more aggressive forecheck in this hockey game. The other night they sent one guy in. Now they're sending two, and both are right on the puck and not giving the Firebirds time to pick somebody to get it, that first initial pass to.
Too many men.
That's
too many men.
That's too many men.
The Bears were changing. I'm not sure if they're actually going to call this or not. The Bears are not pleased with the call. Looked like from up here there was 6 guys on the ice.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you got a leg up on the boards. Still a penalty.
I'm not sure if they actually called it.
Well, he initially called it.
Yeah, they're going to rescind the call. So the Bears get away with a sloppy change.
That's a gift for the Bears.
Now the Firebirds dump into the zone. John Hayden in the right wing corner. Working away from Lieberman. Hayden sticks with it in the corner. Rode frees it up, but it's intercepted behind the net by Huntington. And Jimmy Huntington forks it out to center for Pierre Dubé. Dubé gets it off the stick of Evans. Evans races back with Dubé and throws him a good check against the glass. Derek spins it around. Rode couldn't keep it. Huntington at the right point. Now for Nicky Lieberman. Off the stick of Huntington, poked out by a Rode, but couldn't swivel it away from Hershey. Limoges in the corner with Evans. Shore finds some open space for Connor Carrick as the Firebirds drag it to center. Shore over the line, a bouncing puck, and the play whistled offside. Puck hit a little bit of a bounce as Shore trying to drag that over the blue line.
Again, now it's a matter of getting some momentum, getting pucks in deep, getting that forecheck going, and not allowing Hershey. Hershey's kind of reversed the roles we saw the other night. They've got pucks in deep. Their forecheck's been really aggressive and really good tonight, so they kind of reversed things.
Jake Massey dumps it in, delayed offside against the Bears. And Hershey gets out to center, and they'll regroup. It's Massey left wing side. Takes a bump from Melanson. Drieger comes out of his net to play it. Otto Vinen tries to move it around Rubinski. Rubinski stomps it down. Good stick by Drieger. Takes away a feed out in front of the net. Massey left point. Ran out by Melanson. Rubinski able to keep it onside. Not by much. And now a penalty called against the Firebirds. Vinen will go off. And then, after the whistle, some more stuff, and I think they're going to call Hershey on this as well. So there is one call on the Firebirds.
It's
Vinen. Yeah,
Vinen's penalty is kind of a weak call.
He got his stick down, and Melanson got involved after the whistle. So looks like Melanson and Vinen will go off, as well as Ivan Rishnachenko for the Bears.
Yeah, it was that cross-check at the very end right there that ended up equalizing this, and it's a nice little chirp right there that antagonizes Hershey to get him to pull that. McElrath not happy at all, and he's over here literally chirping the entire Firebirds bench. Him and Shane Wright getting into it a little bit, and McElrath is about as fired up as he's going to get, and that's also maybe not the guy you want fired up, 6'4", 235 pounds.
And uses every bit of that.
Yes, he is. I think he's even mad at me, guys.
Oh, I don't blame him, Nick.
I'm going to pass the entire game for that guy.
So the Firebirds short-handed once again. This time it's a defensive zone penalty for Coachella Valley.
Well, and a soft call at best.
Firebirds have been sharp on the kill to start this game, and they'll start this PK with a clear. Last time out, Marion Stevenage had a good chance on net. That ended up drawing a penalty against Hershey. Here's Joe Schneidlin. Over the line for Dubé. Dubé racing inside the zone. Olsen gets there first from room for Winterton. He takes it and clears it. And now it's Shepard. Lays it for Schneidlin. Alex Limoges, left wing over the Firebirds line. Knocked down by Fleury. LaPierre around for Ethan Frank, down low, across, and they missed it, but it rolls in. The Bears pushed it to the front of the net. It deflected off of Jimmy Schultz, and a power play goal for Hershey puts them back on top with 15:39 to go in the third.
Yeah, just an unfortunate break for the Firebirds there. As Chris Krieger did a good job of getting his stick down and forcing that puck across, and unfortunately hits Jimmy Schultz coming back to the net after they left two guys alone in front of the net. And breakdowns like that usually do end up in the back of your net. That's just an unfortunate one.
Well, what do we say at the start? It's about limiting mistakes, right? Time and space is your enemy in the game of hockey, and if you've got two guys alone in front of the net, that's pretty much the epitome of that, that's allowing way too much time, way too much space, and a big mistake. So you got to recover from this fast. We've seen Coachella come back each time here, so they need a big one here, and then they need to try to find a way to get the lead for the first time, because that clock is also going to become an enemy.
Penalty here against the Bears. Off the face-off late in the road, got roughed up a bit. Mike Vecchione will skate off, and Coachella Valley with a chance to tie the game on the power play. Cross-checking is the call against Vecchione.
Well, here's a point where you want your power play to cash in for you to return the favor. And again, the power play in this building has been very good in the playoffs, so huge opportunity here for the Firebirds to get this back on even terms.
Faced off to the left of Shepard. Firebirds back to the power play for the fourth time in the game. The Bears get the face-off and clear it down the ice. So now Riker Evans, who tied the game early in the third period. The Bears quickly got it back on a power play goal. Firebirds trying to get it back on the power play goal of their own. Lind over the line. McCormick knocked away by Strom. He dumps it all the way down.
Yeah, and if Hershey's going to line four guys up along the blue line, you've got to find a way to chip that puck in behind him and have somebody going to go get that. You're not going to be able to handle the puck and try and beat four guys.
Morrison for Lind. Lind over the line, left side for McCormick. Back for Lind. They'll move it up top, and the Firebirds finally set up. Evans, right side for Shane Wright. Morrison for Evans, across. Lind, one-timer blocked and cleared by Triniev. A big block for 44-1.
Yeah, that got the white bench going big time.
Now it's Fleury. Drops a pass back for Cameron Hughes. 53 left in the Firebirds power play. Devin Shore trying to cut his way onside. Stunner and Hayden tangle up. Hughes in there as well. Shore pulls it loose, bangs it off the boards for Hughes. Hughes up top for Fleury, right point. Back for Cameron Hughes. Hughes for Shore towards the front of net. Rebound try. Shepard makes the save. A good chance. Rebound stolen out of his Shore. It comes free. Now Fleury on a cross. Shepard down. Makes the save. And the puck off the boards and cleared away. It doesn't come closer than that.
No, a couple of phenomenal opportunities. And Hunter Shepard may not be the most conventional goalie, but found a way to get a glove, get a leg, get something on the puck, and managed to keep it out of the net.
Well, that's two real good opportunities. First, there was that shot that was blocked, and then that flurry of activity right there. Firebirds a little frustrated right now. The faces on the bench, so they need to just kind of rally after that.
Vecchione out of the box. The Bears kill off the power play. The Firebirds hoping to keep that momentum from the extra man. Winterton jams it to the right wing corner of the offensive zone. Logan Day chasing it down. Henman knocks it around the boards. Winterton in front. Saves Shepard. Right on the doorstep on Marion Studenich. Firebirds get it back in the zone. Winterton turns it back down the ice. Studenich, right circle. Swivels away from a check. Sticks with another forehand. Left wing side. Olofsson. His shot blocked. And cleared out to center by Hershey. Ethan Frank skates in, but he's offside, and he'll regroup. Marion Studenich skates the stick. Right wing corner comes in, puts Prisky up against the boards. Puck comes free for Lieberman. Lieberman chops it out to center ice. Huntington 2-on-2. His pass a little too hot to handle for Frank. Evans gathers back for the Firebirds. It's 3-2 Hershey with 12:30 to go in the third period. Henman poked off the puck. Bears clear it down the other way. This will roll and have just enough juice for icing.
Yeah. Connor Carrick did a great job of taking the long way to get to that puck and allowing it to get across the line for an icing. And lots of great opportunities here for the Firebirds. And Hunter Shepard got a glove on one, got a leg on one, got some help from his defenseman, and it did everything but cross the goal line.
Momentum is there for the Firebirds right now. They have it. They can't get frustrated by near misses on the power play. So it's about regrouping and trying to find a way to dig down a little bit deep. Maybe a smidge complacent right now. They can jump on Hershey here in these next few minutes. Those opportunities are going to keep coming.
Firebirds are winning more battles in the corner, too, and forcing more turnovers. Clayton Road pushed to the boards by Hardy, Hamm, and Octel. Hamm and Octel trying to kill some clock with his team up by 1. 12 minutes, 6 seconds to go in the third. Shane Wright gets it loose for Leighton Rhodes. Rhodes for Connor Carrick. Did he pass for Evans? A shot on goal, and Shepard the save as he hangs down. And we'll take a break. Teams exchange goals in this third period. Firebirds tie it, but the Bears get it back. 3-2 lead for Hershey. Hockey Night Coachella.
Upon approaching the 18th green, Isa Tanaka silently proclaimed, "My brother may think he's a better golfer, a more witty conversationalist. He may think he's superior, but he's not. Because I switched to consumer cellular for the same coverage for up to half the cost. He may have mom's dimples, but I pay less for wireless. I'm the one who wins." Birds, when freedom calls, we're here to answer.
This season, DraftKings Sportsbook is your place to bet on the greatest sport on ice. There's so many ways to get closer to the game. And with this latest offer, you can win big. Now that is deserving of some victory stick taps.
New customers bet $5 and get $150 instantly in bonus bets just in time for the Stanley Cup playoffs. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, enter the promo code, and make your first $5 wager to score your bonus bets instantly. The crown is yours.
Today.
11:56 to go in the third period. The Bears with a 3-2 lead here in Game 4, trying to even up this series at 2 games apiece. Firebird season tickets for the 24-25 season are on sale now. Visit cdfirebirds.com for more information. Includes access to the 2025 AHL All-Star Classic presented by Spotlight 29 Casino. And again, Game 5 right here in Acrisure Arena on Saturday night, no matter the outcome of tonight's game. Limited tickets available for that one. Visit cdfirebirds.com. Ticketmaster to get yours today.
Hey, coolest place in the desert. There's nothing better than finals hockey. So the pace is good. The atmosphere is great. You want to be here to experience it.
It's 103 degrees outside today. And, about more than half of that, I think, in this building. Or less than half of that here in this building.
It is an incredible atmosphere here. My first time to the desert, and just what a fan base, what an arena. I mean, this rivals just about any hockey experience I've been a part of.
Great place to see a game. The Firebirds Firebirds fans trying to will this team back to a tie game.
Oh my.
The boards, right side for Carrick. A drive to the net, flutters behind the cage, gloved down by McCormick. Here's Carrick with a shot blocked by Hayden. I think he felt that one a little bit.
Well, that one might have left a mark. But again, the Firebirds have gone back to that forecheck where we saw the other night, where they finished checks, they were hard on pucks, and got a lot of turnovers in the offensive zone.
McCormick up the boards, Devin Shore, shot deflected, and Shepard the save as Hayden got a piece of it. Triniev pounded by McCormick. Firebirds are changing. Massey has some trouble clearing. Shore back down the right wing on a vine and tipped over top of the net. And out of play. The Firebirds again pouncing on loose pucks.
Yeah, they're starting to win the battles to the loose pucks. They're starting to get that forecheck going and a physical presence and getting more and more pucks to the net. And if they can continue to do that, they'll find a way to get that equalizer here.
Well, the Firebirds playing a little of that desperate hockey now, the brand that we saw out of Hershey, early in that second period. This is the start that we hoped that they had. They needed to play like this for 60 minutes. If they can keep this going, there could be some opportunities here.
Icing against the Bears with 10:42 to go. Third period, 3-2 Hershey. Power play goal, the difference in this one.
Yeah, and you knew you were going to see a desperate Hershey hockey club. They realized what was at stake, and we're seeing the best game that they've played. And you fully expected to see that. It's a matter of how do you fight through that and win the small battles.
Morrison on the faceoff. Hughes and Winterton. Morrison jumps, as does Hughes and McElrath. Faceoff win by Coachella Valley, but the Bears get it back. Throw him out to center. Onside for Triniev. Bogdan Triniev pulls up, fires one wide of the net. Morrison muscles it around. McElrath comes down the wing and pushes away Cameron Hughes. McElrath with a drive. Blocked by Morrison. Here's Lieberman for the Hershey Bears. Spent most of the season in South Carolina in the ECHL. Frank trying to muscle around Shane Wright. Logan Day for Haman Octel. The Bears trying to play keep away here and trying to kill some clock. Olafson onside for Hughes. Picked up right in. Saved by Shepard. He got the right flipper out, turned that one away, and a good chance from Shane Wright looking for his second of the game.
I think Ethan Frank got a piece of that as well, boys.
Bears back to the offensive zone. Frank couldn't pick it up. Now it's Lind, 1-on-4 through the neutral zone. Picked away by LaPierre. And now Massey comes back to the neutral zone. He'll dump it in left corner. Eric settles it down for Fleury as the Firebirds have found their legs. Trying to tie things up, but this will be icing against Coachella Valley. 9:20 to go in the third. 3-2 Hershey.
Yeah, Hunter Shepard's been really good here this third period, making save after save, and the Firebirds have upped the ante a little bit now, getting pucks to the net and forcing Hunter Shepard to make some saves, and they're going to have to continue to do that here for the last 9:20.
We had 19 different guys scoring goals for this Firebirds team, so they've been deep right through 4 lines, but it's moments like this where you need a hero to be a hero. Who steps up in this moment for Coachella Valley?
A hand pass called against Hershey. We'll take a break. Halfway through the third, 3-2 Bears here in Game 4. Hockey Night Coachella Valley. We'll be right back.
What's better than one huge NHL event in Vegas? How about two? Jackpot.
Super exciting. I love this.
The NHL is doubling down in Sin City as the host of both the NHL Awards and the NHL Entry Draft.
Congratulations.
And NHL Network is all in with coverage of these back-to-back blowout events.
Young prospects, next thing you know, some of them are playing for your favorite NHL clubs.
Coverage begins June 27th on NHL Network.
While a well-timed check can save a game, a well-timed body check can save your life. AstraZeneca and the NHL are teaming up against cancer. Together, we can stay ahead of cancer with a simple conversation. Talk with your doctor about your risk factors.
And about available cancer screenings that are right for you.
It's time to make the ultimate defensive play and get body checked against cancer. AstraZeneca is the official partner of Hockey Fights Cancer.
4th and 6th. Tickets on sale now at AquishareArena.com.
Well, we'll look at how we got to this point for both teams. It was a long road. As always is in the postseason. The AHL with the play-in round. These two teams did not have to participate in that best of three. They picked it up in the division semifinals. The Firebirds went through Calgary, then Ontario, then took care of business against Milwaukee. For the Bears, well, they beat Lehigh Valley, Hartford, and then in 7 games, won in overtime against Cleveland.
Yeah, it's not very often you see the top 4 teams get to the finals. So, I mean, your 4 best teams of the season all make it all the way to the semis. So, the 2 best teams in the league, and here we are.
3-2 Bears. 9 minutes to go in the third period in Game 4. And we're trying to tie this up here on home ice. Shore almost upended Dubé. Puck comes out to center, a high stick called against the Firebirds. It was Evans who touched it above the shoulders. The Firebirds coming into this one undefeated on home ice. But they're also 0-2 in the postseason when trailing after 2. Something's got to give somewhere.
Something's got to give somewhere. So
I was just going to say the same thing.
And now Shore with Hayden and McCormick. Firebirds win it back. A neutral zone draw. Pass bounces to the front of the net and gloved down by Shepard, forcing an offensive zone draw. Now for the Firebirds, who have played well since the Bears retook the lead on a power play goal. One of the best the Firebirds have looked tonight.
Yeah, they just have to keep the foot on the gas pedal, keep pushing, getting pucks to the net. If they can get pucks to the net, bodies to the net, it might not be the prettiest goal, but there's goals to be had sitting there.
Day behind the net for Hershey. Around the wing, Carrick trying to knock it down. It comes to center ice. Now back in the Firebird zone. Evans pushed to the boards by Rubinski. Fortunately, Evans was there to protect himself. Put himself in a little bit of a vulnerable position. This one driven through center ice by the Firebirds. Hamanaktel back to get it. Short of icing. Both teams change. 8:12 to go in the third period. The Firebirds need a goal to tie Game 4. Hamanaktel starts the breakout for the Bears. Chipped in through center ice by Strome. Evans checks the rearview mirror as he goes to the corner. Scudder gets it loose for Hershey. Strome trying to cut up to the front of the net. It goes between the 2 D-men and all the way down. Shepard to his right. McElrath. Bouncing puck through center ice. Corralled by Melanson. Melanson for Jimmy Schultz. Passes tips. Gets onside for Hedman. Hedman trying to jam it down low. And Leighton Rowe tried into the net but couldn't get it to him. Puck bouncing a bit in the neutral zone for these 2 teams too. Hedman absorbs a check against the board. Strome trying to get it loose. The Firebirds enter onside. Here is Hughes. Right circle kicked away by Shepard. Hedman Spark plug here on the shift. Hughes shoots, deflected in front, settled down by Winterton. Moves around the net, left point for Schultz. His drive blocked in front off of Hughes. He was providing the screen, and the puck gets to center on a Bears clear.
Got to get some more second and third opportunities in front of Shepard, especially when he starts running around.
LaPierre off a turnover and a save by Drieger. Vinek was able to come back and take away a good look for LaPierre, but Drieger got the pad on it too. Snively pushed around by Schultz. Hughes settles it down. The Bear blows a tire, and the Firebirds can't come away on an odd man rush. Snively drops it back for Ethan Frank. Here's LaPierre shooting, and a save by Drieger. Puck cleared but not out. LaPierre pass across off the stick of Vinek. Day sends it around the glass, left wing side, LaPierre, 6:15 to go. Third period, 3-2 Bears here in Game 4.
Hershey just playing smart right now. They're not necessarily trying to score again, but they're just kind of keeping the puck inside of Coachella Valley zone. They're penning them in there and forcing the Firebirds to play with it in their own end, eating that clock.
H starts the rush with some speed and stumbles his way to the corner, but gets it back before he's knocked down by McElrath. Lands onto the stick of Huntington. He'll flip it out to center ice.
Well, the difference right now is Hershey's got two guys going to the puck, whereas the Firebirds, it's a one and done. They got one guy going, and they haven't got that support that we had the other night. They had support going to the pucks, where one guy could take the body, the other guy would get the puck. Right now, it's just one guy going.
Big save here by Chris Drieger.
Yeah, that's a huge save right now. And those are the saves at this point in the hockey game that can make a huge difference. And again, the Firebirds have to feed off of that.
5:36 to go in the third period. 3-2 Bears. Puck rolls out to center ice. And the Bears dump it right back on in. Nick, you mentioned before clock management here for Hershey and just playing things smart for the Bears who are up a goal.
Yeah, they're not trying to take any unnecessary chances, right? If you get a clear cut, that's fine, but you got a one-goal lead right now, so you just got to kill this clock a little bit and do everything you can. Leaving a guy hang back in neutral territory, and it's just patient hockey right now for the Bears.
Shane Wright to the right circle, right in front, tipped on goal. Shepard makes the save and off the skate of Jun.20.
See, that's where you need another guy driving hard to the net, like Grant was saying. Layers of support, layers of attack.
Tarek as Wind is down behind the play. And we have a whistle. Cole Wind was hit up high behind the play. A good chance for Coachella Valley Firebirds.
Good opportunity there. Good save by Hunter Shepard.
Big hit by Schultz, and then Wind goes behind the net. It was lined up by Vecchione.
Yeah, it might have been an elbow. But
4:48 to go in the third period. The Bears trying to shut this one down and try to force a game 6 in Hershey. 3-2 Hershey. Hockey Night Coachella Valley. We'll be right back.
At Consumer Cellular, we pride ourselves on giving you fast, reliable, nationwide coverage at up to half the cost of the leading carriers. But don't worry, we've got more than that going for us. Like this beautiful store in Arizona, for example. It's the perfect place for me to tell you a little bit more about our phones and how they can become your phones. You name it, we probably got it. We have the top smartphones from all the major companies. If it's state-of-the-art cameras you want, we got them. If you want a smartphone with lots of bells and whistles but won't break the bank, we've got that too. We even have a flip phone, like the Iris Flip. We even have watches. I know what you're thinking. What if I don't have one of these amazing stores in my town yet? Can I get these phones sent to me?
Yes, you can.
Is it easy?
Easy as pie.
New customers who buy any phone get 2 months of service free when they sign up by July 31st. Call 800-918-4371 or visit consumercellular.com to switch today.
She knows what she's talking about. Pick up the phone.
Well, 3-2, the Bears have the lead with 4:49 to go in the third period. Cole Lynn got a check up high. Wasn't too thrilled about it. He's okay. Stays on the Firebirds bench. Face-off will be in the neutral zone as the Shore, Hayden, and McCormick line is out against Strome, Sutter, and Trivia. Evan Pinnick, Grant Fuhr, Nick Gismondi, Gino Lamont with you. A little bit of a different game than what we saw in Game 3. Still exciting playoff hockey.
Yeah, and that's the fun. You get to the finals. Every game's exciting, and definitely a little bit of a different game. More of kind of a mucky, kind of an ugly game in the neutral zone, and it's the game that Hershey had to play to be successful so far.
Swatted away by Evans. The puck goes out of play to the Hershey bench. And the linesman having a little bit of trouble of getting on the same page here.
Been a lot of that going on tonight. We've had called off penalties. We've had probably a trip that they were going to call. Too many men they were going to call. Both waved those off, so it's consistent if nothing else.
One goal game, Bears on top, 4:25 to go here in the third period. Bouncing puck, corralled by Sutter. Field free by Morrison, left side for Evans. Shot finds the net wide. Strome runs into some shoulder of Cameron Hughes. Strome clears it down, and Schultz gloves it for the Firebirds in his own blue.
Yeah, the Bears are going to be content to just dump pucks into the neutral zone and force the Firebirds to have to attack from the neutral zone.
Winterton tripped down, no call. Sutter the other way. Triniev in, shoots, saved by Drieger. And he gets the rebound and holds. 3:44 to go in the third. 3-2 Hershey. Good stop by Drieger.
Another good save by Chris Drieger, and a good job of tying up the rebound.
Firebirds still with time here in this one. 20 of it. You've seen these two teams respond very well after goals and get things back quickly. You know, in hockey, things can turn on a dime. There's Fleury back behind the goal line.
He's been very good tonight. I expect something out of him in this last 3:30.
We'll find Connor Carrick at the red. Goes off the stick of LaPierre all the way down. They deem the face-off to the neutral zone.
Yeah, for the Firebirds, you got to find a way to get an entry into the zone and get some zone time to create a little bit of chaos around the Bears' net. And they're having a hard time getting those zone entries right now. Hershey's done a great job of standing up and breaking everything up right at their blue line.
Morrison with Melanson and Winterton on the ice for the Firebirds. Trying to get the young guys going here late in the game. Puck goes up and out of play. And a whistle with 3:19 to go in the third period. The face-off stays in the Firebirds' offensive end.
Well, good chance here, right? This is where face-offs become so important. And I don't think Coach Barlsma is ready for a timeout just yet, or maybe thinking about the inevitable of pulling Drieger. But you got to win a draw right here. This is where you start to create a little bit of forward momentum.
Yeah, we've talked about it for 3 games now, how important face-offs are. Firebirds were really good in Game 1, not so good in Game 2, and not quite as good here in Game 4 as well.
Icing against the Bears as they win the defensive zone draw.
Just playing a little too cautious. I think if you can kind of shed that cloak a little bit and just kind of give it a go. Get lucky here after you didn't win that last face-off. Now you got an opposite side draw, so try to get one here.
Morrison will be tasked to try to win it for the Firebirds.
Plenty of time left in this hockey game.
Yeah, 3:13 to go on the clock. Bears win the face-off. The Firebirds apply some pressure. It's cleared away by the Bears out to center. Winterton for Fleury. Fleury, indirect pass off the boards for Winterton. Winterton trying to gain the blue line, dumps it left corner. Rolls up the wing. Melanson runs out of real estate. Gets it down the wing. Morrison for Winterton. Knocked away by Holland Octel, but Winterton still fighting along for it. Morrison knocked down. McElrath holding up Winterton a bit, but the Firebirds still on the puck. Trying to get away from the boards. They'll throw it to the front of the net. Blocked down by Rubinski and cleared away by Hershey. They're doing a good job of keeping the Firebirds to the perimeters.
Well, they're doing a good job of clogging up the front of the net, too, and helping clear rebounds, because that's certainly been a shortcoming of Shepard.
Lind onside, the pass from Carrot. Now it's Evans. Riker Evans and Krieger going to the bench. A good chance in front. Stays on the goal line. Cleared away.
Yeah, Hunter Shepard basically just tried to take the lower half of the net away and was pretty fortunate that hit the toe of his pad.
Empty net, boys, for the Firebirds.
6 on 5. Firebirds trying to tie it inside the final 2 minutes. Shore. To the corner for Hughes. Back for Shore. Twist one to the net. Block, rebound. Hughes in front of bouncing puck goes just wide. Wright trying to set it up. Shepard trying to find him in the crease. And he does. A little bit of a pile up in front of the net. And I believe the Firebirds are trying to take their time out here. Sutter and McCormick.
All right, gentlemen. Well, Coach Biles has got the board out. He's got something drawn up, so I'm imagining we got a timeout coming here momentarily from the Firebirds. He'll slow play it as long as he can to give a maximum rest, but it's coming.
Wait for the Bears to get their lines out. And there he goes. I believe he just made the signal.
Timeout coming here.
Gus Campbell's been calling it for a little bit too, and now finally Cody Beach sees it. So the Firebirds call their timeout. The Firebirds had a good look there. That came out of kind of nothing short of the front of the net. Bounce, save, Hughes.
Keep throwing pucks to the net, and you get the good bounces.
1:36 remaining, third period, 3-2 Hershey. Game 5 is Saturday, regardless of the outcome here in Acrisure Arena. Firebirds trying to prevent a trip back to Hershey. Well, if the Bears win tonight, it guarantees a Game 6.
A big face-off win, here's what you need. You get that face-off win, and then you can set everything up for that big final push.
6 on 5 for the Firebirds. 1:36 to go in the third. The net is empty as Drieger watches from the bench. And the Bears win the face-off. Everybody's trying to pin it down the boards. Stroman, Hughes. Cherniev with the clear. Luckily for the Firebirds, this is result in icing.
And the one thing the Bears have done extremely well tonight is win faceoffs. And the other night, the Firebirds were really good in the faceoff circle. The Bears have been good in the faceoff circle tonight. They've cleaned that up. And it's made it hard for the Firebirds to get possession in the offensive end.
Well, Piercy, that's 4 straight offensive zone faceoff losses for the Firebirds here in the last couple of moments.
Kevin Shore and Riley Starr. After it again, the Firebirds win it back. Lind for Evans, back to Lind. 6 on 5 continues. Lind shoots that one off the side of the cage, I believe. Now it's Lind back up top again.
Yeah, Hunter Shepard never ever saw that and was looking around for it. And it hit the side of the net before he realized where it was.
Wright pinned up against the boards. Hughes pushes it around to the right side for Devin Shore. Shore heaves it down the wing. McElrath can't step aside Hughes. McElrath takes down Hughes. And Wright gets his stick slashed out of his hand. But this is another icing against the Bears with 53 seconds left. 3-2 Hershey. Empty net for Coachella Valley here in Game 4. Another face-off to the right of Shepard. Firebirds haven't changed their group.
Now they're going with the horses right now. And again, it comes down to another key face-off that they win.
Lynn gets it. Up top for Evans. His shot is blocked. Comes back out to center. Shore broke his stick on the face-off. They had to go to the bench and get a new one. Sutter steals it away behind the net. Muscles it around the boards. Good keep by Lynn. Trying to get it back to the point. Strong is leveled by Evans. 27 seconds to go in the third period. Net's empty for the Firebirds, looking for a way back in the zone. It's dumped in by Devin Shore. In the corner, Hamanaktel towards the empty net. Wide. And this will be icing against the Hershey Bears. Firebirds keeping the engine running. A huge hit from Riker Evans.
They're still making a hard push here, getting pucks to the net. And again, a big hit there. And they're still battling.
14 seconds to go in the third period. Devin Shore, John Hayden, Ryan Winterton, Logan Morrison. Firebirds lose the face-off, but they wave off the icing. It might have been the Firebirds who touched it. So a tough break for Coachella Valley inside the dying seconds of the period. Student-Inch races to the corner, runs out of time, and the Hershey Bears have tied this series at 2 games apiece, guaranteeing a Game 6 in Hershey. And the Firebirds fall 3-2, the first time they've lost on home ice all playoffs.
Yeah, tough loss for the Firebirds there. A couple of mistakes. But again, they battled hard at the end and such, and that's all you want. You want a team that keeps battling. Unfortunately, they come out on the wrong side of the score, but that happens sometimes.
And it does. A 3-2 win tonight for the Hershey Bears, who are back in the series, evening things up at 2 games apiece. Game 5 comes your way on Saturday night right here in Acrisure Arena, a 6 o'clock Pacific time start, 9 o'clock Eastern.